My, did today get away from us? Good gravy. Hi,
What?
guys. Welcome. Happy Sunday. How is everybody? It is May 18th. Welcome to the Coleman Collective. I am Sarah, the Traveling Button. This is hubby Junk Drunk Mantiques, and together we are a married couple selling vintage full time. Isn't it interesting?
It's so fun. I
Such
have
a
to say, it's a lot of fun, but so unpredictable. And
yeah,
you have to be like 5 steps ahead all the time.
all the time. But we
Oh,
like that. I mean, we were small business owners before the vintage thing ever happened with D. Coleman Photography, and that has been wonderful. And then vintage is now our life. Eat, sleep, breathe. So
yeah.
welcome in, you guys. How is everybody this fine Sunday? I hope everybody's had a nice weekend. Oh my gosh, it has been so beautiful here this weekend. As promised, I know we talked about this on Wednesday night. We were going on Thursday to estate sales, and then Friday we went to Juntique in Florence, which has been recently, like in the last year, named the antiques capital of the United States. So they had their little yearly May Juntique, and we went right as everybody was opening and unhauling their stuff. We got first primo pick of everything we wanted. Some of the booths were like, just make a donation to the museum and whatever you think's fair for the vintage. I'm like, okay. So,
Yeah.
so we were fair, made some donations, got some great stuff. And then, of course, we shopped all the antique stores that are there too. I think there's like 10
Yeah.
right on the same strip within walking distance, which is so fun. So if you guys are visiting Colorado this summer, check out Florence. It's a fun place to go. A lot of it is retail pricing, but you'll find a deal here and there.
Yeah.
So
And always ask about Larry. Ask about Larry.
ask about Larry, see how we visited Larry and his shop, both of his shops. And he is plugging along, doing great. So
Yeah,
if you
like
know,
a whole new lease on life. Like, I think this whole antiques capital of the country, I think, has like totally
it is
served him
rejuvenated
into.
Larry. Yes. Last time we saw Larry wasn't doing so hot. And this time we were talking to our friend Todd, that's another owner of the vintage market down there. And he's like, yeah, Larry's doing great again. And I'm like, well, it's good to see. So Florence is flourishing with their new title, and we're glad to see it. We always support small business however we can. And all the vendors were super nice, super sweet. We had a great weekend. Thursday's estate sales. David, you talk about that. Woo!
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember where we went. It was Castle Rock, right?
Castle Rock.
Yeah. So we went to Castle Rock. Well, first we did one here, went in and got a few things. But when we went to Castle Rock, we were like third or fourth in line. And it was all staged in the basement of the home. So tables laid out with all the stuff
Yes.
intermingled. So in a
Yes.
way, it was a lot of fun. So you didn't have to like run through rooms, go to the basement, try to find things. It was
Mhm.
all within like 2 major rooms.
Which was
But
awesome.
with that being said, like a large table full of glass, all different glass pieces, you had to look over it at least 5, 6 times to catch everything because it just, it was all just together. So,
Yeah.
but some amazing high end stuff. I mean, Fenton, they
We had
had
a real good weekend.
silver glass. Yeah.
Well, and then Wednesday night, we've got some amazing stuff coming. I think we've already pretty much got Wednesday figured out too. Woo-wee. So, buckle up. Tonight is an eclectic mix of a little bit of everything we found between estate sales and Juntique. And we had such a good weekend. By Saturday, we were so pooped. We didn't end up going to the Broadmoor garage sale. But I think from what I could tell, everybody did really well over there too. So yeah, it's been all good and such a great weekend. Happy to be back in the house with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Let's scroll up and see who all we've got. Of course, our girl Lisa with the wrench is our bid ender per usual. Thank you for being here, Lisa, and helping us out. She's welcoming everybody to the sale and making sure that you guys are in live chat, all messages. If you're in top chat, your bid might be filtered, so just make sure that's where you are. There's no just in case on this channel if you had a question about that. And all sales are final and sold in as is condition because it's vintage.
Yep.
So Yes, that is the deal. If you're new and you think you might want to purchase something, all we need you to do is email us at ttbsarahc@gmail.com. And what we need from you is your real name, your YouTube username, and your PayPal email. If you don't have PayPal, don't stress. Any major credit card you can check out with the link I send you. I just get paid through PayPal, so that's how that works. Let's see. Lisa also has dropped a couple links up at the top of the chat. One is for our Redbubble store. That is all of our merch. If you're interested in a Coleman Collective hoodie or t-shirt, or literally there's like 64 different products you can get our merch printed on. So check it out if you haven't. And then also we have an eBay shop. So see what's popping over there. I did list some new goodies this week and some of it already has bids, which is exciting. So check that out. Hi, Terry Valenti. How are you? Welcome in. Great to see you, my dear, as well as Brian in the house. There's Victoria with the wrench. Victoria, I sent you a text earlier. Check it out and let me know what you think. So yes, if you get a chance, and there's my girl Holly, any of these lovely ladies with the wrench, Holly, Victoria, Amy, or Phil, they are here to help, guys. So don't hesitate to ask them for a question or ask for a link if you need it. Hello, my dear and spouse. Good to see you tonight, friends. Hello, hello. Hi, Sarah Lee Coleman. How are you? Welcome in. And let's see here, scrolling down.
Ooh, that wind's
Everybody's chatting. I love it. Karen says, hi, found out today new grandbaby is a boy. Congratulations, Karen. Loved the video that you sent me. It was so cute. And I hope things are brightening up around your way. Big hug, sweetie. Big hug. And we're glad you're here. Thanks for being here, Karen. So let's see. Red Spotty Amy, how are you? Welcome in. There's our girl Perla. Hey, love, how are you? Welcome. Sharon Spencer, hello, hello. There's our girl Bree in Denver. How you doing, Bree? How was your weekend? Did you find anything good? As always, Holly is making a great reminder. The goal tonight is 100 thumbs up on our stream. Please help out our channel by hitting that thumbs up and subscribe. Also, throw some emojis down in the chat as well. Much appreciated. And there is our sweet Phil Imp. Hello, hello, marvelous mods and gorgeous community. Thanks for being here and helping out, Phil. We appreciate you. Hi, Laza. How you been? How was your week? Great to see you back. B. Castro, hello. And Brad, hey, friends.
Brad.
Oh, hello. We got all the gang here. Kathy Plunkett's in the house. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Our sweet watcher, V, hello, dear. Good to see you. And our buddy, Tiffany, who went with us. It was her first Junk Teak. And Tiff, what'd you think? Did you have fun? Let everybody know what you thought about Junk Teak. It was pretty cool. Helen with the jokes is here. I love my Helen Melker. She is hysterical. Thank you, Helen, for being in the chat. Welcome in. All right, scrolling down. I love seeing the whole gang here. Hi, Kelly Abbott. Welcome. Good to see you as well. All right, I'm scrolling all the way down, you guys. There's Jeff. Risa, what's cooking, girly? Good to see you. Jeff, Risa in the house. Awesome. All right. Scrolling down. So there's my friend Terza. Hi, Terza. How are you? Enjoyed your stories this week. Anne said, was at Paracon all weekend. So exhausted. I will hang as long as I can. Well, that sounds really fun, Anne. I hope you had a blast. Everybody I know did something awesome this weekend. So hi, Ginger. How are you? Great to see you as well. Welcome in and thank you for being here. And we have John Lukacs, aka John the Reseller. John, welcome in. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Coleman Collective. We are super glad you're here. Thank you so much. Hi, Gina Maki. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Gina. Hello, hello. Jeff Beasley. Hello, Biscuits. That's our Jeff. Thank you. Hello, Biscuit. Good to see you too, Jeff. I love it. All right. Wordsmith and Evelyn in the house. Hello. Sick is the opposite of boring. Amen to that, Wordsmith. Amen. Yes. Never a boring moment, right?
Right. Never.
We're a bunch of goofballs over here. Scrolling down, Bree said, I'm good. Didn't get to any sales, but on the lookout for a curio cabinet for dolls. I bet you are, girl.
I'm sure. Times 5.
I come across them here and there at ARC, Bree. I'll shoot you pictures if I find anything down here. Sorry. Oh,
we're good. Okay. Gonna have the water.
Needed some waddies. Hello, Alex. Welcome in. Alex is new to the chat. That's Wildflowers Man. Hello. Thank you guys for being here. Tiff said it was amazing. You guys made it so fun. Oh, we had a good time. Yeah, it was so good. It really was. It was so good. Hello. Okay, scrolling down. Everybody's chatting. I love it. Hello. Let me see if I missed you.
Hello to everyone.
It genuinely wasn't on purpose. I just scrolled all the way to the bottom just now. So, and Spotty says, thank you, Coleman's, for all the great packing. That's all, David.
You're welcome. Yes. And always reuse that packing if you can. Anything we get and we can try to reuse, we do as well. So always try to save it.
Yes, indeed. So, guys, if you have any questions about how this works, everything tonight will be auction style. I don't think we have any quick claims tonight. And we'll give you the price, put it up on the screen. You'll bid in the comments. We'll do a 15-second countdown, and then Lisa will enter the words bid end. And when you see Lisa's bid in, that's the official, and whoever comes in highest prior to the bid in is who takes the item. So if you have questions or you're new or you're a lurker, please jump out, say hi. We want to welcome you, and we're really glad that you're here tonight. So thank you guys. Hello, Shannon Farrar. Great to see you, love. How are you? Hope you've had a good week. Hello. So 72 people in the house, guys. If we can get a thumbs up from each and every one of you, we will already almost be to 100. So that would be amazing. It's free. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That is also free. Trina says, out looking for things to fill my booth, went to a dud of flea markets and pouring rain. Ooh. Sometimes it just bees like that, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
I know. Trust me. We have weeks too where we're like, well, we've beat the back 40 for vintage and didn't hardly find squat. So it's just kind of part of it. But then the next week you find like 14 amazing things at great prices. So yes, it's a lot of this, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
We roll with those punches. So welcome everybody. Again, thanks for being here and supporting small business. It is our regular Sunday night sale. Remember, anything purchased tonight will combine with anything you might have purchased on Wednesday night for a combined invoice sent out tomorrow. Tomorrow is invoice day at the Coleman Casa. So those will be sent out probably in the afternoon. I usually like to try to sleep in at least until 9 on Monday. So we'll see. Lisa said she went to Extravaganza on Friday, and I know she said she didn't really find a whole lot, but the weather was nice, which is great. And Lisa, what did you end up buying? I can't remember. It was something cool. It was a horse. Lisa bought a horse, of course.
Oh, that's right. A huge horse.
Yes, it's a big old horse.
Big old horse.
Stone, welcome in, love. Great to see you too. Hello. So guys, we're gonna get going. We have 15 rounds each to get to tonight. If you're bidding on something that is choice, please stick around so we can get your choice. Okay. Hi, Jacqueline. How you doing, honey? Good to see you. Yes, Lisa says not huge like the Brady Bunch horse, but like medium sized, right? You're welcome, Jeff. I'm glad. Sarah Lee said pouring in Seattle, par for the course. Yeah, for sure. The weather here, we're in kind of like our 2 weeks that we get of spring. We go right from like winter, snow, 2 weeks of spring, and then straight up summer. And then we only have summer for about 2.5 months, and then we're right back into like winter. We have about 2 weeks of fall. So it's so weird. Yes. Wildflower scored a cute little tray for the boyfriend for $2. It is IKEA and adorable. So those are always nice too. We all love our vintage IKEA, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hope you guys had a nice weekend out and about. And what am I forgetting? Anything? We're a married couple in Colorado. shipping.
We use pirate ship, so yeah, we get that shipping as cheap as possible for you.
Yes, good discounted shipping. And another great reminder, thank you so much, Phil. She said, put a thumbs up, please. That's right. You got that little flat-faced owl, Lisa. He's cute. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I wish we could all post pictures in the chat. Wouldn't that be awesome? I would love to see like all of your pictures too, but I don't think we can do that. So, yes, thumbs up. Thanks for the reminder. And yes, let's get this going. David, do you want to go first tonight?
Yeah, I can go first.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I've got some pretty birds that I'm bringing, and yeah, let's go ahead and show them. So I'm actually going to have you guys help me with these because I ran out of time. Literally, I do like to look everything up as much as possible. So they're all made by Royal Copley. So they're all going to have their little Royal Copley sticker on them. But I have 3 different birds. What I'm guessing is this is a cardinal, possibly, or like.
I'm not feeling cardinal. I feel like it's like a cross between a sparrow and a peahen and a guinea and a quail.
Yeah, and I was like, and I looked online and I couldn't find it, and like anybody saying what it was, and I was like, you know what, this chat is really smart. They'll be able to tell us. So this is the first bird, and like I said, they're all made by Royal Copley, and that is in Ohio, probably late 40s, early 50s, and they always have really beautiful colors. So this first bird, we're going to figure out what he is, but he's definitely a pretty bird. Has those nice blues, greens, yellows, and even some peach and pink. This next one here, tell me what this bird is. Kind of looks like gosh, I don't know. Not a sparrow because he doesn't have that sparrow tail. But nice blue body fading into a light blue. And then I love the pink head with the little under the chin. We've got the yellow. There's the Royal Copley sticker on that guy. Robin. Okay, so you're thinking this one's a robin or this one?
No, I think the one you have right now.
Okay, so we're thinking robin. Thank you, Brad. There's that one. And then this little guy, I love this one. We've got a little yellow bird with the pinks and browns sitting on a branch. Very fantastic birds. I agree, Trina. That's what we'll call them.
A lark.
Okay, lark. So we've got a lark. We've got a robin. And then this little fellow, maybe a finch. I don't know.
I feel like that guy, is maybe a goldfinch. Or it could be a nuthatch or a red-breasted thrush or something.
Yeah, I think he wants to be a nuthatch.
Yeah, Tiff said last one's a finch. Okay, good
That's
deal.
what I'm thinking too. But yeah, so they all came together from an estate sale. They all had their stickers. So I think they were, obviously a full collection at one point. But we'll call this one our robin, our little finch. No.
No. Wait, wrong. Lark.
Finch,
robin.
Lark, finch, robin. And they're all a little bit different in size. I like the way they look together, but definitely are good standalones as well. So they're $15 for choice. No damage to them. Nice condition, and they all have their stickers. So great for keeping that value up on those. Thrush. Oh my goodness. So $15 each. This guy right here stands at 6 inches. His tail is just about 6 inches, and then this guy is about 5 tall.
I had to mess with you, Phil. I'm sorry.
Moist thrush.
The words Phil. She does not like the word moist, and now we know thrush is another. So
yeah. All right. So I am not seeing any interest. If anybody wants to get in on one or multiple birds,
those are pretty.
Jump on. Yeah, they're pretty birds. Pretty birds.
They are. Well, and they look good together. And I agree. They're fantasy colors. They're not made to be like,
right.
Anatomically correct color. They are in some really pretty nice airbrushed Royal Copley colors. So
yeah. I think they look nice, and put them with some of your fun, colorful glass. It really makes a nice look to it as well. So I will put these to the side. $15 for choice. Oh, Kathy, yeah. Okay.
That is one of my favorite silly words, Kathy. Oh God. Okay. All right, friends. So let's see where to start. So estate sales were great. Let's do this. These came from an estate. Super excited. They had a bunch of high-end stuff. It was a privately listed sale. And always with a privately listed sale, I'm like, what are the prices going to be? Because either they've Googled and not known how to look up sold pricing, or it's all like way overpriced, or sometimes it's way underpriced. And so anyway, this one was a mixture. Some of the stuff they knew what they had. And what's super funny is I went there for 2 mid-century TV lamps and a bunch of handmade quilts. Got none of that because that stuff was all marked up. But this is the stuff I did end up getting, which is great. So will do, Alex, on the way. So this is going to be for choice. And these are some Anna Van Briggle pieces from here in Colorado Springs. So if you're not in the know, Van Briggle Pottery is a famous pottery company that was originated here in the Springs. And then they were Artis and Ann. So that's what the A and the A stand for, if you've ever wondered. Artis and Ann Van Briggle started this pottery company. Artis went on to work for Rookwood Pottery later on. But they started it in the early 1900s here in Colorado Springs, which is super cool. The Van Briggle building is still there. And they created lots of beautiful pottery pieces. Now, these date to 1955 to 1968. The reason we know that is these were made by Anne. Starting price on my choices will be $36. Thank you, babe. So this is the Lotus Bowl. It's got a really nice black look to it. And then you have kind of like a blue drip glaze all the way over it. Drip glaze is a reactionary glaze that is a chemical reaction when the glaze is placed on the piece. Again, signed right here by S.E. Van Briggle. This particular line with the black and glaze is attributed to Anna. It was made, of course, after she passed, but they named this line after her. So, hi, Karen Williams. Good to see you in the house tonight. So, your first choice is stunning Lotus Bowl with Flower Frog. Now, the Flower Frog on the back, I wanted to show you, has, where is it? Right there. It has a little flea bite, like a flake chip off of the edge. Doesn't affect anything as far as like how it sits or anything, but I wanted you to know that that was there. Okay, so I'm selling the bowl with the original Van Briggle Flower Frog. $36 is what I'm asking. And second choice that goes with it are these stunning cornucopia candlesticks. Now, these would hold tapers. They would look absolutely spectacular with some lucite candles. And you can see these are nice, hefty pieces, really versatile for year round. I wouldn't wait. I mean, I know it's called a cornucopia, but I wouldn't wait for Thanksgiving to pull these out. They're really cool. And then you can see we have the signatures on the bottom here. Again, Artemis and Ann make that AA, and we have Van Briggle from Colorado Springs. So these match. And then I had put actually some green, like some little olive green tapers, and then just to see how they look. So good. So pretty. And I like them sitting just like this either way. And they hold just a standard size taper. If you are looking to use a lucite candle, you'll want to put like some rubber band around the base of your lucites because it's going to be a little big. But you guys know how to make these fit into anything. Either some floral clay or a rubber band will do you up just right. So beautiful sets. And look how stunning this is together. So this would be the centerpiece with some flowers, and then you would put these on either side. So it really is a matching set. It is stunning. Again, made between 55 and 68, and in great shape. No chips, cracks, or issues other than the little flake chip that was on the Flower Frog. Okay. So I know I love the black too. It is gorgeous. Very pretty pattern and attributed to Anna Van Briggle. So I am going to start a countdown. Phil, thank you so much for your bid at 36. If anybody else wants to get in here, now is the time. The Lotus Bowl is coming with the little flower frog that it originally came with. And then the tapers, of course, are coming together. So both are 2-piece sets. All right. This is for choice. Here we go, friends. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
What a great set.
I know. It's an awesome set. Enjoy. So pretty. Again, dates between 55 and 68 with that yummy black lava drip glaze. All right, there is my bid in from Lisa. Thank you, doll. So, Phil, let me know. Hi, Maritza. Phil, do you want the little lotus bowl or do you want the taper holders or do you want to take both and make it a set? Just let me know. Thank you, love.
Perfect.
Awesome. Congrats.
So I have a piece of pottery here that is really beautiful. Actually, I like this kind of stuff with that kind of pottery. Kind of blends in nice. That's awesome, Phil. That'll look so great.
So amazing.
So this little piece is a sign piece, and I actually do have a card that was inside the pot from the estate sale. So the original owners did keep their card, so that way you do have the original maker, his info, which is cool. But this is done by Simone Reyes.
Yeah.
And there you go. You can see his signature there. And this is Oaxaca, Mexico. And from the San Bartolo Coyotepec area. And this piece right here, of course, is that black clay pottery. And what he's really well known for with his black clay pottery, rather than being just kind of flat black, he definitely tries to pull out some metallic sheen to it. So you almost pull in like a metal look to it. Every single little piece, every detail has been carved in, and that was all done before firing it. So it had to be done basically kind of blindfolded almost, not knowing what it's going to turn out to be. Really beautiful piece, no damage to it at all. Hey, Kevin, it's great to see you. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, it's really pretty. And like I said, it does come with the card for the original maker. I do not know if he's still making them, but I know different family members keep it going. So yeah, just a really beautiful design too. You've got the floral, kind of reminds me of a sunflower, and then some leaves on the side, just a little bit of dots, and then the flower on the other side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and clean. And when you set it down, it will sit close to straight up, but they're all kind of made imperfectly. And so you don't have actually a flat base on any of these. So it will kind of sit and teeter-totter.
You can always find those wire pedestal stands too that are just perfect for these.
True.
But honestly, I kind of like them
Same.
tilted on their side. You know exactly what it is.
Yep, agreed. All right, thank you, Anne. I see your bid. Let's go ahead and start our countdown. It's 4.5 inches tall and just no damage at all. Great piece. It has a metallic finish. So 15, 14, 13. Hey, Tracy, it's good to see you. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end, and we'll keep that card in there for you. It's always nice when we look into an old vase and we find a card or info on it rather than a spider.
I love that. I know. I absolutely love that.
Yeah. All right. Congrats, Tracy. You came in right before that bid end. Thank you, Anne, for your bids, but Tracy gets it for 38. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you so much, guys.
So the bids are being cut off at the bottom when David is on.
Bids are being cut off at the bottom when David's on. Weird.
We'll take a look this next round.
Is that happening for anybody else? Let me know. Okay. It may be too what's popping up if you're watching like on a tablet or are you watching on the TV. It can format different depending on like what you're watching on. Okay. This is one of my favorite finds this week. And there's been several. It's hard to nail down what the favorite one is. But I wanted to show this one to you. Just absolutely stunning. So this is my little buddy I scored in Florence at the Juntique, and he is fantastic. I'm starting him at $32. And he is in lovely shape. Look at that eye. So good. You've got like kind of a black glossy pupil, which is really a telltale sign if these are Freeman McFarlane or not. And then this guy is covered with gold leaf. Now, Freeman McFarlane made these in kind of a whitish, like a washed ecru color. And then they also did these in the gold leaf. And then they did them in kind of a like a mottled brown. So immediately when I saw the gold leaf and I saw the squirrel, because I have the fox and I'm still looking for the fox's mate, by the way. I don't know, Helen. Honestly, I doubt it. But this is what little guy is marked on the bottom. Anthony, 1970, USA 127. And what Anthony actually stands for is Anthony Freeman. His first name was actually Maynard, bless his heart. Maynard Anthony Freeman and Gerald McFarlane were the people that originated Freeman McFarlane pottery. Saw a Freeman McFarlane fox in a booth yesterday for $255. That's what I have. I have the gold leaf fox and I have the misses, and I'm looking for the mister. So if anybody ever sees the misses of this, oh, Sarah needs the Mrs. Fox, but I'm not paying $255 for it. Terry said, would look great with a nut cup. I like that, Terry. So really cool piece. And I will tell you, this little squirrel is not easy to come by. He is more on the rare side. You see a lot of the doves and the owls and so on. But this little squirrel came in a pair, just like the foxes did with the Mr. and Mrs. And this is the squirrel in our downward dog position. And then the other squirrel is sitting up. So he's kind of just like a little perky squirrel. Size. That is a good question, Susan. So let me, so we're right at 8 inches tall. Longest part, we are 8 inches long. And then actual width of this little feller is about 2.5 inches. So 8 by 8 by 2, basically. Beautiful little brushing. You can see there's a lot of brushing on this guy. I think there are some areas too that may have been a little touched, but I don't feel any like raw spots on him or anything. So he also has, I wanted to show you, he's got, look at these little felt nubbins on his feet. Those are great. So he doesn't scratch whatever surface he sits on. And he is just a great critter. These Freeman McFarlane gold leaf ones are worth more than the white or brown ones. FYI, if you found these out and about in the wild. And again, apparently one of the foxes was marked at $255 in a flea market. I'm just offering this little cutie for $32, and they usually go $40 and up. Yeah.
And I know this because my dad was a sign painter in the 80s and 90s. And the old gold paint, and most gold paint still, has little flecks of gold in them. I know some of them, most of it did. So I don't know if it has little flecks of gold to make that tone or not.
I have no idea. What they call it is gold leaf. So right. I really am not sure. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I doubt that it's real, but I don't know.
Nothing you're going to cash in, but
I mean, you and the gold squirrel, take it to the right. He's beautiful. I was thrilled to find him. I've never sold the squirrel before. I've had the rabbits, I've had the owls, I've had the fox. In fact, I sold. Didn't I sell the fox a long time ago? It was just like the one I had. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm going to start a countdown. Thank you, Arvuvu, for your bid. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. 1970. Fantastic Freeman McFarlane. Beautiful gold leaf squirrel. Okay, it says gold leaf is real gold online. All right, well, there you go. I really wasn't sure, so I didn't want to tell you wrong.
Right, but
yes.
My dad used to
no, this is the California Pottery Company, if you weren't aware. So thank you. Our Vuvu squirrel friend is coming to you at 32. Congrats.
You got yourself a gold squirrel, but you didn't know that you needed it.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thanks.
All right, I am super stoked about this set. I grabbed it all at the estate sale. Actually, at first, this guy caught my eye, and I asked about the price. And then I saw the two smaller ones that went with it, and then I was like, "Oh, I've got to take it all." So these are made in Sweden, and it's a set of 3 glass birds, and this one has a signature on it. So we're gonna try to focus. It wants to. There it goes. Come on. And of course, it's upside down.
You're frozen up. There you go.
Am I still frozen?
No, you're good.
Okay. So it says Sweden, and right above it, it says Ronby. It's signed in. I think it's going to come in. There we go. Ronby. So Ronneby, for Sweden, and it is numbered. So they will have a number on the big ones. So you have the big bluebird here, and that one is about 4 inches tall. And then in the set, you have 2 others, and they're a little bit smaller, and they're not signed, but they did come as a set all together. And they're from Mantrop, Sweden.
Oh,
And they
nice.
all came together with a sticker, and then, of course, the signed larger piece. So I'm going to put them all together so you can see what they look like.
They're so
I found a set online of 5 of them that went even smaller, and the whole set was like 200 something. So it's
wow.
one of those things. I thought about parting them out for those that needed a small bird or a big bird, but these Swedish bluebirds, they're more valuable if you keep the set together. So I'm just starting them at 52, and as a set, they're very valuable. Individually, they're worth about 25 to 30, about
Each.
20 to 25 each. So
Yeah.
yeah, really good price on that, and they are in excellent condition, no damage at all. They have that nice little pinched in beak and the very well known face that is done by most of the Swedish glass makers. A little bit different than some of the American glass makers. And
These
yeah,
match my tall Swedish glass birds, and it is kind of hard for me not to keep these guys, but I know I love them together, and that's what we both said. We could part them out, but they really, I mean, as a collector, and because we got them from a collector at an estate sale, we hated to separate them.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah,
we're keeping them
they
together.
all have to stay together. And these look great with just little greenery, or if you have like eperns and all that kind of stuff, set them with it. I don't know if it'll focus. It just doesn't. There we go. And it's upside down again, but just everybody flip around, turn your TV upside down. But yeah,
Yeah.
the blue is a very vibrant color, and the clarity is just outstanding on these.
Yes.
So
I
yeah,
think
this guy.
Swedish glass is some of my favorite along with Blinko. I love it.
Same, same. And this guy here is 4 inches tall, 2 and 3/4, and then this guy's a little 2 inch baby. Oh no, reverse that. 2 and 3/4, 2 inch baby. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I love them. They're very nicely made, and I like the fact that you do have the 2 little stickers showing where they're made, because Romby also worked with Glasscraft. So he did multiple
Yes.
styles and multiple pieces, and worked for multiple makers, glass makers. So
That
if
makes sense
you're,
why these look like our birds. You definitely
yes,
can tell they're Swedish.
yes,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Mhm.
beautiful style, and the clarity, wonderful for a gift, and also great just to treat yourself to some little birdies. So
Those are awesome.
52 for the whole set.
That's a good
It's,
deal.
yeah, it really is a good deal, and yeah, just beautiful birds. So I will set them to the side. If anybody is interested, we will bring them back for the recap. Thanks, guys.
Okie dokie. All righty.
Little birds.
Let's see. I can't decide which way to go, you guys. Too much fun stuff.
No.
Okay. So I found a really pretty fairy lamp, and I'll be honest, I haven't been picking up fairy lamps very often lately anymore, but this one I could not let go. So I'm starting it at 55. And this is an absolute stunner. And the color is Dusty Rose. And it is made by Fenton with this, what they call iridized glass. So it's a texture in the glass that gives it a slight sheen like an iridescence, but it's not actually iridescent. And it's such a pretty technique. You can see it kind of gives it almost a texture, right? And this is the beaded daisy pattern. If you're in the know, you know. Just a superb piece of Fenton glass. Now, this one dates to 1988 and 1989 when it was made. There are no chips or cracks whatsoever. And I really love the daisy pattern on it. And then look, you've got the little flower stem and leaves that go all the way down to the base.
Great.
And then that beaded iridized pattern even extends down into the base. So I have just a little fakey tea light in here, really cute. And then the bottom is marked with Fenton. So you can see, we know that it's post 1972. Again, dates 88, 89. These in this color are going for like 65 to 100. So it's a beautiful piece. Again, I couldn't leave it behind. It was a good deal. And yeah, it's in excellent shape, no issues whatsoever, and really pretty piece of Fenton. Now we know that it was made between 88 and 89 because they only put out the dusty rose color during those 2 years. And so this one is a bit more rare than you might find this particular beaded daisy pattern. It came in other colors, but the dusty rose is going to be one of the more rare ones. So it's a stunner, looks great. Karen says she has a shoe in that color. Yes, Fenton did lots of the little shoes. In fact, there were a ton at this estate sale, Karen. There were just a ton of the little glass shoes. So really pretty. Such a great piece. Nice fairy lamp. That fairy light at Fit and Bash in Springfield went for 125. Yeah, I saw online this particular color really goes up there more than the other colors for whatever. Well, because it was only made for 2 years.
Right.
So just gorgeous. If you want to get in on it, now is the time, friends. Thank you, Robin, for your bid at 55. This is a heck of a deal for what I have. In fact, I think I sold one similar to this with the pineapple pattern like 2 years ago for 150. So yeah, that definitely a great get at this price. Here we go, guys. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for that bid end. Beautiful dusty rose. It's 5.5 inches tall, by the way, with the iridized glass in that texture that gives it a slightly iridescent look. So pretty.
What years again?
88, 89.
88.
Yep. There's the bid in. Congratulations, Robin Watson. This is coming to you, girly. Beautiful. And it is such a good get. Yes. Congrats. Thank you, Robin.
Congrats, Robin. All right, so let's bring this baby out. Love bringing an e-pern, and of course, I love bringing it when there's nice bright light. Kind of shows off the pattern. So I'm starting this off at 92. Before we go any further, it's in perfect condition. There's no damage at all. It's a single horn, so you have the one little horn that comes up through the e-pern, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful opalescent with the diamond lace, French opalescent design. So you see that like lace going, and then a little dot in the middle, making it diamonds.
Awesome.
And yeah, just a really beautiful piece. It's a molded piece, so you can see the mold lines on there. And it's one of those like more like EAPG type style, so there's no glow to it. Yeah, it is petite and lovely. So I'll show you the size. It's one that you can definitely put away, bring back out without it being super scary or dangerous. But yeah, it's one definitely you could leave out year round. Got that nice clear glass, and then that opalescent. So not like a milk glass, just the opalescent style, kind of bringing back that French style. And then you've got the clear for the base.
Beautiful. Look at that base. Yeah. It is such a nice piece. And if you're not wanting one that takes up a ton of space, or you don't have a ton of space for it, this is your pern. It's just a
Right.
little level. And if you grow any fresh flowers in your garden, that's what these originally were for, was flowers, perfumery, and then tidbits and snacks on occasion as well. And the first ones were made of silver.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And we
Mhm.
had a Victorian one a couple of years ago, big
Oh,
Victorian one. I remember
I
uh,
think
Victoria Emery grabbed it.
we got
Yeah,
the big one we sold years
that
ago. Yeah.
was that was an epic find. Probably will never see one like that again in person.
Not
Uh,
for that price,
not
no.
for that price. But yeah, excellent condition. There's no damage anywhere, no sickness to the glass. I did go ahead and clean it out. So in in
One
the
big old
middle there, no dirt.
right.
Little Yeah, absolutely. And Sarah actually last week she has some vintage gloves coming. She took those little gloves and had them laying over it. I thought it looked really pretty. There's just so many different things you can do with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't feel like you have to just put this in the middle of a table. It would be beautiful on a vanity in a bedroom, and yes, you could put little gloves and sashes and things coming out of it.
yeah,
In the middle, you could hang your little necklaces out of it. I mean, you
yeah.
could do
Great.
a lot of different things. And again, it's a nice size. It's not so big to where it's going to be a nightmare to store or use.
Right, exactly. It measures 11 inches tall, and yeah, this portion is 8-inch diameter. So it definitely stows away easy. It'll ship affordably and safely. Yeah, just a really beautiful Fenton piece. And I'm sure, you all know these do go up there. So
Mhm.
92 is a great price, but if, you also have to have it. Yeah, throw some mermaids in there. Have them do
Mhm.
some synchronized
Even
swimming.
like if you did flowers in the top and then you filled the second layer with water and some floating candles and some rose petals, really elevate it, make it look elegant and use it. Absolutely use it. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, nice size, great price, no condition issues. It's a sturdy piece, so you can definitely use it and display it. And yeah, I like the ideas that you guys are putting out there. Jewelry around it would be beautiful.
Mhm.
So let's go ahead and set it to the side if anybody's interested. Um,
It
it's
yes, it's clear and opaque, white.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so I've seen them list them as like a blue opaline, but it's not. But it does give off a little bit of a blue cast. Yeah, so like when you see the opaline opal right there, it kind of gets a little darker. But yeah, there's no blue to it. Oh, great
Perfect
for a bridal.
bridal shower, Kathy. Agreed. Yes.
Great idea. You can put calling cards in here as well. So yeah, I will put it to the side. Thank you guys so much for your
Beautiful piece of it.
consideration. Yeah, really beautiful piece. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Let's go into some toys because I heart
I love
the
toys.
I heart vintage toys, you guys. All right. So first up, oh my goodness, I love her so much.
Oh yeah.
She came from Florence, Colorado, and let me tell you, this girl needed a bit of a makeover. She was pretty dirty, pretty rough. She had a ton of black scuff marks on her, and she came 100% clean. So I was so thrilled about that. I am starting her at 60. She is a 1950s Elsie the Cow by Borden. So she would have been like a vintage advertising toy. And she was made by the brand My Toy, which, if you are familiar with vintage rubber faces, a lot of the good ones are My Toy. I love that brand. They made so many cuties. So this is Elsie the Borden cow, and they made Elsie and Elmer in brown most of the time. But then for a couple years, they made a pink and a blue version of Elsie, and this is the pink. So I've never seen the pink in person. I have sold this in brown before, but I have never seen it in pink. And I was thrilled to pieces. And this poor thing was laying on a table looking just terrible. And I brought her home, cleaned her up. Now you can see her little body still could use a wash, but I'm going to leave that up to the buyer. If you want to, cut her open right here, take out her stuffing, soak her in some OxyClean, and then restuff her, by all means, go for it. I know some people do that, some resellers do that. I am leaving her as is, and she cleaned up so dang good. And her stuffing is still nice and firm. Thank you, Laura. I know. You can ask Tiffany and David. I was like,
Absolutely.
oh, that cow.
Yeah.
I have to go ask how much this cow is because nothing had a price on it. So I was like, and he's like, well, my buddy left that does the prices. How about this? And I was like,
Okay.
sold. So, okay, yes, I
And
will
you
take
didn't have change, and I was like, "Oh, man." So I went running.
we had to go get change for Elsie, but boy,
Yeah,
were we so glad. Hi, Annette. Welcome. Good to see you, doll.
thank you.
So, yes, I was so excited to find Elsie in pink. I put the little blue bow on her. That's not original. I know, Karen, I just about died. She is just precious. And again, you can see her pink's a little dingy. She could use a good soak, but I'm going to leave that up to you. Okay. She is just so good, you guys. So this is the stuff I get most excited about. I'm such a nerd. 13 inches tall. So she's a good sized one. And then width wise, like her little arm span is right about 10 and a half. And her legs are at 11. So the little span between leg to leg is 11 inches. Okay.
Nice.
So such a cutie. I'm going to try to get you in close on this little face. She is really, once I got her cleaned up, and she had like dirt in every little line and ridge in here. And oh,
But
she was really,
but there was no sun damage really. So usually we see a lot of
and
sun-dried type of
it's
things.
good. You know, a lot of times too, when they're that beat up, the paint is just trashed. But
Right.
she is wonderful. She is just great. So let's start a countdown. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you. Hold on. So Elsie, the first ones that were made in the 50s, mooed, and she still moves. Hold on. So you can feel in here, she has her what we call a whimper. There you go.
There it goes.
Oh my God, it's like a shake weight. I'm shake weighting the Elsie the cow. Okay,
Is that how you milk a cow?
David. So, so, so freaking cute. I love her. Pink Elsie, 1950s, made by My Toy, most commonly in brown, very hard to find in pink. All right. So here we go, you guys. I'm so
All
excited.
right.
Thank you, Annette, for your bid. If anybody wants to get in, now's the time. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Hi, guys. 11. I mean, no, 9. I can't count anymore. I'm too excited. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elsie the cow in pink. Isn't she fabulous? I'm sorry, Kevin. No Elsies were harmed in the making of this live stream. So no worries. All right. Holy cow. You can try David, but you'll get kicked. You guys are hilarious. Okay. So there is my bid in from Lisa Annette. I am coming to you. Elsie the cow. Moo. Okay. So cute. I
I'm
love
just gonna shake the stuffing out of it. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and play with this little lady. Before anybody puts anything in, I just wanted to show you. I found this after we got home. I told you about that estate sale in Castle Rock. This was on that one of those tables that was just packed. So I didn't get a chance to look them completely over. However, I still would have got them. So we've got just this little chip right here. I just want to get in as close as possible. It is very not noticeable unless you have tons of lights on it and really getting in close. However, the other side is perfect. So it is a two-sided Medusa. This is Rosenthal for Versace, and from what I could find, this was made in 2000, the year 2000, and they made other colorways. This is the iridescent, very sleek, and put it in the sun, you get the yellows popping out. And yeah, Versace, I guess they rebranded in 1993. Before that, he went by his name, and that was the logo. In 1993, they used Medusa. And so in 2000, Rosenthal honored that and went out there and put this out, probably promoting the brand and getting in on that. So what's great about it, it's crystal. So it's crystal by Rosenthal with the iridescence, and it is marked on the bottom. So you have the Rosenthal on the bottom for Versace.
And for those that might not know, Rosenthal is a luxury brand from Germany, and they
Yes.
collabed with Versace, which is a luxury fashion brand from Italy. So it's a European delight. And the iridescence on this is really epic. Like,
It's
holy
shocking.
beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Alex is in at 55. Thank you, dear.
I see, Alex.
Flower's just dying for this. I know she is.
I
Yes.
bet. I bet. And it is a solid, heavy piece. They were considered paperweights. And like I said, they made them in the year 2000, different colors. And yeah, very collectible. So technically it is vintage.
Oh, and
So
they made this in a the Medusa had with the same iridescence, they made it a wine bottle stopper as well, but those are much smaller. This is the big piece. It's what, like 5 inches wide, something like
no,
that.
it's 3 by 4, but yeah, big. You see,
Karen, I have no idea. How would we know if they used arsenic? Do you know? I really don't know. Does it
um,
glow or anything, babe?
no,
Well,
no,
it's
this
crystal,
has
so would it? Yeah.
hold up. No, this is crystal with the iridescent. So yeah, there's nothing like that in there. And from what I remember, I think Rosenthal is no lead or 24% lead, one of the two. But it's a nice heavy piece. And yeah, what Sarah was saying about Medusa, beautiful, beautiful Medusa face. And at that estate sale, now that I'm thinking back, there was the matching. Was it a wine stopper, Sarah, that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess who missed it? Because I'm thinking back now, that was on that table. But I was grabbing all the other stuff, and I was like, I can't tell. I'm just gonna go on. So yeah,
You missed the wine
we
stopper.
missed it. We missed it. So thank you, Ginger and Alex. We're going to start our countdown. So this is the fresh, nice and clean side, no issues, all the way through the top. And then on this side, it's just right down here. Oh no, right down here. So just a little chip off the little block. So let's count it down. 15, 14, Rosenthal for Versace, and just a really beautiful piece. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for our bid end. Alex is in at 65. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ginger, for your bid.
It is. It's a really good price. This is a very expensive little piece.
Yes,
Holy
it is.
cow, Alex
All
at
right.
65, man. Congratulations.
Congrats, Alex. I got you.
You did it. And Wildflower is going to love that. What a good
Yes, she
boyfriend.
is.
Aw. So
Congrats,
sweet.
Amy.
And you brought her man to buy her stuff in the chat, guys. It's so cute. I love it.
Congrats.
I couldn't be happier. Thanks, Abe. And thank you. Okay, so let's go this way. Again, this is state sale. Privately listed, some stuff marked way up there, some stuff not. Okay, Elsie, let's go and show them what we have next. All right, so honey, I'm starting this at 125, which is $75 less than you will find it anywhere else. This is, and I'm going to take this is some new old stock. I'm going to take the little plastic piece off. It's a Stife Bear, y'all, and it is in the box, vintage with the baby. So let me tell you about it. This dates to 1984. And so of course it is vintage, and it's a replica of the full-size 1906 original Stife Bear. And you guys know that Stife is a German luxury toy company, started in 1906 with this original bear. Now you will see that we do have our Stife button tag in the corner, and it is black and white instead of yellow. Normally they're yellow with red writing. So the black and white tag denotes a limited edition bear. And the neat thing about this is look at baby. You've got baby in her cradle, absolutely precious. And then this is the limited information on the side. So it's numbered 3898. We have the original, of course, Stife box, Margaret Stife, Gingenbrens. And it is really a precious little limited edition set with the original 1906 bear that they then redid in 1984. And you can see this, of course, is before the fall of the Berlin Wall later on in like 1990. Contents and box made in West Germany. So it was before all of that got solved in Europe. The bear herself, I never took her out. So I didn't, but what is so cute is look at this, the little cradle rocks with baby bear, and they're all attached in there, and they're in their original German village. And this bear standing, I think, is going to be at 14 inches, somewhere in there. Sitting, let me tell you what she measures. So good. But to find one in the box.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was ever taken out of the box.
So sitting, she's right at like 9 3/4 inches. So standing, yeah, you're going to be right about 14. So just an absolutely beautiful Stife limited edition bear from 1984, commemorating the 1906 original. These Stife teddies, especially the limited edition ones with the white tags, go for more. So very cool to be able to find this. This particular one sold pricing is $200 to $225. So I'm offering it for about $100 less. And it's a great collector's piece. And then of course I do have the original little clear plastic that goes over the front of the box if you like to keep your stuff in the box. So I think the box is pretty cool, the little German village.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thrilled to pieces to find this. This was one of my favorite finds of the day on Thursday. I got it for a great deal, which is why I'm bringing it for a great deal, and wanted to find it a home here. If not, we'll of course put it on eBay, but offering it for $125 if anybody's interested. Original Stife in the box, the whole shebang.
The whole shebang.
Limited edition, white and black, tag, made in 1984. All right, going once, going twice, going to eBay. All right, guys, thank you so much. And think about it. I will bring it back for the recap.
Perfect. Yeah, that is a humdinger of a bear. To have it with
it
that
definitely
box,
is.
it's like it's a diorama, you know. Sarah got me the coolest toy. I love these toys, and I just have to say, coming Wednesday, I have another toy just kind of like this, a little bit older. This one is from 2012, and this is done by Dandy Toys. Dandy Toys was founded in 1992 in Slovakia, and they make some of their toys in different places, and then of course send them around the world. This is a little Dalmatian, not a Doxy, obviously a Dalmatian, and these are 6-string, so you have the 6 strings on the top. What's great is you have the plastic holder, and the strings themselves can just pop right out of them. And as I say,
yes, if you saw the reel over on Instagram, you guys, David made a reel of this little guy playing with Lamb Chop, and Lamb Chop was not into it.
Not fully into it. However, dogs do have fun with these. But yeah, you've got the little ball here. So I always make sure they get wrapped up to where you can just pull it out and play with it. But what's great about this is if it gets all tied up, and of course now I can't get it back in, you can just take the balls out and then pop them back in so they're not all, well, see, I just did it.
No, you're good, David. You got it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I got it tangled up, but now we're good. Get in there.
Yes, Lamb Chop's inner dialogue. Dad's so good.
Yeah, Lamb Chop loved it. Skipper, not so much. But yeah, Lamb Chop was okay about it. But yeah, you can move his little paws around. Let's put a little board down. And it's made out of styrofoam and plush. So the little legs are just styrofoam. His little body parts, you can see, are styrofoam. Little butt up in the air. And you can make him look like, oh, I'm going to get you. Just a fun
my
toy.
Gosh, so cute. Yeah.
What a fun toy. I loved these as a kid. These types of marionettes. Come on over. There we go. And yeah, he's in great condition. Doesn't look like kids really played with him. Just kind of had him hanging out. And he measures about, I think about 13 inches when he's
a little estate sale find too. I love finding these things because sometimes, it might have been given as a gift and then nobody played with it. It's in like really good condition.
It really is. And yeah, about 11.5 inches tall is how it stands. And yeah, you could hang it up on a little hook and just grab it anytime you want. I had it hanging over by our fireplace through the week, and that was fun.
He's
And
cute.
yeah, just fun little doggy. Fun to play with the kids too. Yeah, clogs.
Flip flop.
I got heavy feet, guys. Which way did he go? Squirrel. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, so $25. Fun little toy from 2012. Dandy Toys. And yeah, they made about 4 different types of dogs and I think a couple of other animals as well. So
Absolutely darling. What a
it's a
cutie. Yep, fun if you have kiddos or grandkids too that are into this kind of thing. Make him walk by your side. And that's what's fun too, is when you are walking just regularly and you rest your hand by your side and make him walk, he's like right at that level.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Cool little guy, fun to play with. I mean, think about summertime, kids coming over, grandkids coming over. It's a fun toy to play with, and they'll just entertain each other for hours.
Yes.
So, thank you, Annette. I see you're 25. I'm going to go ahead and start our countdown. If anybody else wants to jump in, you can. Let me get his leg turned back around. There we go. And it's also good to teach children how to untie a bunch of stuff. I learned that when I was a little kid, every time I played with my marionettes. So let's count it down. 15, 14, who's a good boy? 13, 12, am I getting home? 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for our bid end. What do you think, buddy?
So stinking cute. Love it.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Scratch that butt. Oh, yes.
There's the bid in.
All
Congrats,
right.
Annette. So cute.
Congrats.
He
Fun.
looks great hanging, by the way, too. Like if you hung him from a windowsill or a window rod, a curtain rod. There we go.
Yeah.
He's really, really cute displayed like that.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my most expensive item tonight and probably for the next several weeks. So I found this in Florence, and if you know, you know. So I am starting this at 200. It is the big one, and this is a really iconic crewel, especially those of you that have been on Instagram for a while, you know what I'm talking about. So this is made from a kit, and the kit dates to around 1970, and the kit was made by Paragon. And this was a crewel kit on linen. It is the big one. It's 36.5 by 20. What were you going to say, David?
No, I just laughed. Like, this is shocking. It's so beautiful.
It really is. Like,
Yeah.
I only come across these big crewels once in a blue moon. And if you go look at eBay right now, this exact same crewel in the frame has like 29 bids, and it is at $279 with 2 days to go. And that's like real bids. So this I am offering for 200 because it's unframed. It is one of the iconic larger Paragon kits out there, and the name of it is super simple. It's just called Spring Flowers. And it is rare. So if you find this one out for under $100, you really should pick it up. It is super rare. And I want to show you how the color graduates too. It's just beautiful. It's stretched on canvas, and the canvas actually has a little notch in the wood right there, which is what you're seeing. And you can tell it could be pulled a little tighter down here. So if you do decide to frame it, I would probably just take a staple gun and pull that linen a little tighter at the bottom because it's beginning to pucker from age. They do that after they've been stretched so long. But yeah, you can easily fix that if you want to frame it. If you don't want to frame it, it is on a stretched piece of wooden frame. So literally you can hang it like this if you want to, either way, but I would probably frame it if it were me, just because it's such a beautiful piece. Very 70s. The stitching on it is great. There's no issues. There's no cut spots. There are no moth holes. And the hours that it would have taken to do this crewel design oh my gosh, like hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And it's solid, as you can tell. Let me get you up as close as I can. So all of the green parts, oh, that dark green offsetting the hot pink, the fuchsia, and the orange.
Yeah.
Just absolutely, yes. It's vibrant. It's stunning. For those of you that are nuts about color pops like I am, so good.
Right.
So Anna's in at 200. And if you know, you know, it is a score at that price. I'm going to start a countdown. If anybody else wants to get in, now is the time. It is a big beauty. Again, 36 and a half by 20 and ready to go. Ready to go. Pardon me. Also, no smells, no weirdness. I got this from an antique store on, what was that, Friday
Mhm.
at in Florence. So this came from the antiques capital of the United States.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, Tiff was with us. It is so like the camera really doesn't do it justice because of all of the texture.
Right.
Oh, so good. All right, let's count it down, friends. Here we go. And thank you so much for being in at 200. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 9, no wait, 10, 9, geez, I can't count. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. Oh, it's so good. And it really, and I took it around the house. Like, where could I put it? Where could I put it? It would look so good in here. It would look good in my hallway. It was hard not to keep, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it had blue in it, I would have kept it. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. All
You
right.
did
So
a
there
couple-
is the bid end, and congratulations, honey. It is gorgeous, and David will pack it with love. Thank you
Yes, I will.
so much. Yes. Thank
Congrats.
you so much, honey.
Beautiful
Awesome.
piece.
It
Well,
is good.
Sarah, this perfect timing. Sarah brought her favorite. I know that was her favorite find of this week. The
It really
cow,
is.
the
It's
cow
really
was, but she's a sucker for crewels for sure. I'm a sucker for brass and lamps, and this piece has both in it. So this is also my highest priced item that I'll probably be bringing for a while, and it's still actually very, very cheap. So it's like less than half of what they are priced at. And then, the last one that I found that sold was 600. So in this condition, so really good price at 225. We're going to talk about it. This was at Juntique in Florence, and it was hanging up in one of the booths that was out in the middle. So this piece really caught my eye, and so we walked. Yeah, I put a nice old chain on it. We walked past it, looked at it, and I was like, I'm gonna wait. And I didn't know anything about it. When I came back, I saw it and I was like, I'm grabbing it. I'm going for it. So I grabbed it. And once we got home, I found out what it was from the 50s. And this is called the Japanese karakusa, so globe. And the karakuso is basically this design. And the design it goes back to ancient Greece, and it was introduced to Japan in the early 8th century.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
design,
That's a long time ago. Yeah.
yeah, long time ago, has a lot of history, this design. And so it's all of that, ivy and just a vining going all the way through, never really completing. So it's like a forever design.
Yeah.
And it's also a globe. So when you open it up, that's where you're going to put the light bulb in. Um,
Oh,
yeah, it is a beautiful piece. I'm just going to set it over here for just a second so you can see. So on the outside, that's all nice solid brass that's been cut and formed to make that Karakusa design. And then it is hinged together right here. And then you've got
beautiful.
your two clamps, one here and one right here. And then that way you pop it open. So when you pop it open, the best part about this is rice paper on the inside. And most that you find online, the rice paper is gone or only half of it has the rice paper. The rice paper on this is in good condition. Just try to do it very carefully. And I'll show you that rice paper. It's all in there and intact. There's only a few spots that pulled up a little bit of that brass tone in there, which does show on the other side a little bit. And then there is one little puncture right here. Now, on the other side, inside, if you were to just kind of tack that down a little bit, but it really does not show up when you have it closed up. So it's white, so it's like an off-white mesh, but it's rice paper. So I'll get in close so you can see. It's like
There you go. It's like a
almost like fire.
fibery, like almost it reminds you of a fiberglass
Yeah,
inside shape. It's actually rice paper. Yeah.
exactly, like a fiberglass, totally. And what's cool is it came with a black light bulb was in it, and I've seen this online lit up with a black light bulb. Pretty cool. So it's going to come with the black light bulb and a new low wattage, no heat type of bulb inside of it. So it's literally find a hook and hang it and plug it in. So you've
Yes.
got your original plug, and then on the plug, it's 72 inches long, and then you've got the hanging chain, which you can always add more. And so then you just hook it up either on the chain, or you can use this spot right here, which is the original hanger.
Pull that screw a little closer, where it is with the top,
Yes.
the plastic.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just moving it around. And I am going to plug it in a second. I know, and I looked around too, because it was one of those that, like, I don't think I'll ever see this again.
I
The
know.
glow,
It's not for the price that we paid for it. We might see it again, but it'll be in a high-end fixture place. Oh,
yes,
yeah, these are very crazy expensive online.
they are.
I
They
mean,
are.
school prices at like 600. If they have the rice paper, they go for 5 to 600. And some of them do not have the rice paper. They've taken it out and it's still gorgeous, right?
Still gorgeous.
Glow the way that it's meant to without the
Right.
rice paper.
And
Yeah.
speaking of that, I am going to plug it in. So this is one that you'll want to put it on to a toggle switch or a plug on a plug switch. All right, just plugged it in, and we'll show you how it glows. And I just unplugged it. I don't know why I ever do electric, but
Electronics and David are always a good time, you guys, right?
I
Yes.
should
The
get a
grass
better
is absolutely perfect.
There we
I
go.
mean, we couldn't believe we found one because we've seen what they go for, and David's like, "If this is what I think it is," and sure enough, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Look at
I was so surprised. I wish I had a place for it, but this is one that definitely can go into a corner as a reading light, even because it's just covers the whole space with that light, but not super bright.
what
And
wattage bulb do you have in there, honey? I'm sorry.
it's it's one of those like 20 watt or whatever lightweight, or they don't get hot type of bulbs,
Yeah.
but it has a warm light to it. Yeah,
Yeah, just be careful you don't put like a hot bulb
correct.
in there because of the rice paper and it's old. I'm not sure if it would burn it or not. I don't know.
Right, and that's why it's coming with a new bulb that is safe for it. And yeah, the electric is in great condition, and the dome itself, the orb, is 9-inch diameter, and then of course about 12 to 13-inch drop if you were to hang it right here.
I
So
know.
it's a beaut. I get it. It is a high-end piece. It's one of those very collectible pieces, and we will put it on eBay if it doesn't sell here. So no worries there, but I just had to close that back up.
Yeah,
Look at that.
it's
Just
really grab it here because you'll probably not see it at this price again.
yes, if it's
You
something
want
that you're
it.
looking for, a perfect little light to hang, that is the one for sure.
That's good.
And even when it's not lit up, it just looks beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Great find, honey. And this was at Junk Teak hanging outside in a booth. And
Yeah.
we were both like, oh my God. So yeah, we got a very nice deal on it, which is why we're happy to pass it on to you
Yeah.
at less than $500. So
Yes. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Is it 25? She knows her stuff. She's not playing.
Yeah, and before I count down, just so I want you guys to see, yeah, these are listed price, but I want you to see 720, 485. I
But if
mean,
you look at the Caracusa sold prices, you'll see over 500 repeatedly.
yeah, this is the sold 600 with the rice paper. So yes, wonderful get. I got a good deal. I'm passing that on. I'd much rather sell it to our community here than throw it on eBay because you
Yes,
never know who's going to buy it and what kind of problems they're going to give us. So
absolutely. I would so much rather to sell to you guys. Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Terry. I promise I will pack this with love. And yeah, I would just make sure to plug it into a power strip. That's it. The electric's in great condition. So,
Yeah, it's
but,
amazing.
um,
Terry, beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
thank you so much, Terry. Let's count it down, and I'm going to show you this bulb. So it's a bigger type of bulb, and it has I can't even find the wattage. Yeah, 25, and it doesn't get hot at all. You can have it on
It's
for
beautiful.
hours.
We'll send it, Terry. We'll send you the bulb with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bulb comes with it. Yes. All right, let's count it down. Thank you so much, Terry. Looking for 226 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
You
5,
do.
4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Plug it in one more time if I can. There we go. Show it to Terry one more time. It is such a beautiful piece. Thank you so much, Terry, for
Oh,
your bid. Coming to you. Thank you so much, Terry. All yours.
Terry, just an absolutely phenomenal score. David, beautiful eye on that, honey.
Oh, thank you.
So excited. So
Thank you.
excited. Yeah. Oh, what a great, I'm telling you, I told you pickings were just unreal this weekend. So fun. Okay.
Thanks,
So
Sam.
let's see. I don't even know which way to go, y'all.
Thank you.
Do. Let's do some kitschy stuff. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Where did that go? There they are. Okay. So these are going to be for choice. And I got these at Mantiques in Florence. And they are absolutely precious. I'm going to show you what these are first. And David, I'm doing these for $18 for choice.
Okay.
$18 for choice. Oh my God. Yes, I am so excited about that lamp getting home
Yeah.
and the cool. Oh, you guys.
I need to cool off.
David's about to sweat. Yeah. So this is an absolutely precious Joseph Originals little doggy nightlight. And he has glass eyes, which I just love. So you can see through and it shines through his little precious eyes. And then look, you guys, at this bow on his tail. Lover biscuit. I just cannot take it. And then we've got the little Joseph Originals tag here on the back, and his original little light fixture up in here is mounted on the side really nicely. And that's how you would change out his little bulb. It just pulls out right there. And it's a little clip that you pinch. So precious little Joseph Originals doggy. He has just a smidgen of paint wear on his face, and the little marks on his face will come off. That was just being wrapped in newspaper, I think. Sorry about that. There we go. I got the marks off his cheeks. But he does have a little wear on his nose. Other than that, no chips or cracks or anything. A darling little nightlight. And I'll show you what it looks like off. It does have a rollerball switch. And look how cute. Isn't it the cutest little thing off, too? I
Yeah.
love those
This
precious.
is my favorite kitsch find that you have
I
had
know.
in a minute.
Again, Mantiques.
So
Oh,
cool.
and the wind was starting to whip up, and
Oh,
people's glass was like starting to blow down and break. And I thought, oh, I felt so sorry for all those small businesses that had their stuff out in the wind. But yeah, this is just absolutely precious. So this is choice number one, the little Joseph Original doggy nightlight, absolutely darling. And then choice number two is the cutest little cat planter. Look at this face. So this little guy is made by Ardco of Japan, one of the ceramic companies, blue eyes, and I love the coloring on the kitty, kind of a mottled brown with the little tabby stripes. And then look at the hair. My guy's got emo bangs. Like
oh yeah.
this is so good. And then what I love about it is it's really big. It's a big planter. And when I say big, I'm talking like area to actually throw a plant in it. Yes, would be cute in a nursery, would be cute for my cat loving people out there too. We all love our kitties, and just put like a little succulent in it, or use it as a pin holder, use it for makeup holder. I am the biscuit whisperer. That is
Yes.
correct.
Taste the biscuit.
I love taste the goodness of the biscuit. Okay. So yes, I just absolutely adored this. I was so excited to find it. And we do have our original on the bottom, Ardco fine quality Dallas made in Japan. And then the little guy's numbered too. What I found also is that Ardco and Napco did a lot of the same molds. I don't know if you catch collectors have ever noticed that, but Ardco and Napco wildly similar, wildly. So such a cutie. Let me give you a size on this if you're wondering, like, will it go in that spot? It is 5 3/4 tall, and at the widest point in the planter, we are 4 3/4. So really, really cute little kitty planter, or our little precious Joseph Originals doggy nightlight. Look how cute they are together too.
Yeah.
Says plant catnip in it. That's a cute idea, Wordsmith. I love that. So for those of you that have kitties, there you go, your own catnip. I see all your bids, fam. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to start a countdown. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I know. I just thought they were adorable together too. I love them. So cute. I see Bree in at 30. Risa, I see you. Thank you guys so much for your bids. Awesome. And there is the bid in. Bree, congratulations, sweetheart. You took it at 30. So let me know if you want puppy or kitty, or you can certainly take both. And then behind that is going to be Risa at 29. And if Risa passes, then we're going to Robin Watson. All right, at 22. And Risa and Robin, those 32 and 35 came in right after the bid ends, darlings. Okay, so Bree is taking the puppy. You've got it, Bree. It's such a little lover. And then did anybody in the lineup want the kitty? We were at reset next passing. Okay. So it would have been, I think it was Robin. Yeah. Robin, if you want kitty for 22, honey, just let me know. Pass. Okay. If there was anybody else in the lineup going for Kitty Whitaker, just let me know. Thank you guys.
Right on. So cute. So I'm interested, how many people had like night lights or night lamps like that when they were kids? Because I didn't have one. We had really old lamps that were like Victorian, but we didn't have a nightlight. Weird.
Well, you should have. Sorry.
No, but I'm just interested.
Nightlight. That's so cute, Bree. Thank you.
That is so great. So yeah, Bree's going to use it as a nightlight. That's awesome. My nightlight has always been a TV. So just put on the TV, even if it's just that fuzzy screen. It's always the greatest. So it's time. It's time to bring this guy out. It's cool. Shannon had one. That's nice.
I did. Okay, we don't have one either. Mine was a Cupie with a little lily, which is probably also why I love Cupies.
My sister Vicky had, what was it? Precious Moments. It was a Precious Moments little thing.
Oh, yes. Precious Moments in the 80s. We love them.
But yes, let's talk about what else we can have by the bed. So we have this really cool piece. This is a signed art piece. It is signed and stamped, the number on there. And this is by Hosselton, or Hosselton, Hosselton, in Canada. So there's the number 955. This is made out of cast aluminum. Cast aluminum looks a lot like chrome, but it's a little bit more of a dull finish. And it's a paperweight. And yes, it is a beaver. So I had to grab it, this cool Canadian beaver, made in Canada, numbered and made by Hosselton. And this is a retired piece, so they're not making them anymore. Definite mod, and I just love the swoop of the tail, the little face. You can tell it's a beaver, and there's very few little curves. So I thought it was a really nice paperweight for sure, but also just a really cool talking piece. Just to ask, like, hey, what is it? Is it a beaver? I don't know. And I didn't try to do any polishing or anything. It will come with some fingerprints on it probably. But yeah, I was just using one of these lens claws, and that gets it off. You know, you want to just pet off your beaver and get the scuffing off. But in fact, right underneath here. So yeah, you've got your etched in signature and numbered. And these, from what I could tell, was late 1990s into the early 2000s, made out of the cast aluminum in Canada. So a 5-inch long beaver, Nice little tail. Yeah, there's not much you can say about it besides it's just
It's rad. It's a mod. It's the coolest mod looking beaver. And it could be anything, but you're immediately like, that's a beaver. It's the
that's a
tail.
beaver.
Yeah.
Right. I saw it and I was like, well, our chat needs this beaver. So
I know. We both were like, must have.
must have it. So let's count it down. Thank you, Lynn Comel. And these are very valuable. They're collectible, 50 to 70. So
Really cool.
great get, Lynn. We're going to count it down. 15, 14, who's a good beaver? 13, yeah, almost abstract. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's a good beaver? Looking for our beaver bit end.
Quit. God. You thought it was an otter. Wildflower thought it was an otter. Otters are a little longer in the bod.
Everyone is being so good.
I know, Laura. Aren't you impressed? I'm so proud of all of you in the chat.
Good,
Everyone behaved.
All right, Lynn, congrats on your mod abstract beaver. Really good get. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Congratulations. Super cool. I love that. Okay, guys. So this was at that estate sale I was telling you about we went to on Thursday, where it was just like prices up, prices down. This one was kind of priced in the middle, but I got all of this all together. So I'm going to sell it all together. I thought about choicing out these hat pins and I was like, I don't want to do all that. Let's just sell it together like it is.
Yes.
And starting this at 50. Now, the piece itself is Royal Vienna. You've got this is famous for Royal Vienna in Austria, this mark. Now, that being said, there is a ton of repro, not real, Royal Vienna. And I think that's what this is. I don't think it's real. But it is vintage. It dates to the 60s instead of like the 20s, basically. But all of the hat pins are old. And I can tell by the patina on them. Look at that. So these are made, some are made with like little plastic and glass beads. Some have gold in them. I'm going to show you all of these. And I'm selling all of the hat pins and the hat pin holder for 50. Okay. This one I love. I feel like that end bead might be, I can't tell if it's like glass or bakelite. I think it's bakelite. And then this one is like a little purple kind of crystal. When I looked at the hat pins, I think some of them are sterling silver. I'm not for sure. They're not marked. Look at this one. This one is so cool. You've got this little rose, and then look at all of the little sparklies around it. Super cool, and definitely a worn patina on that one. And then they're also varying heights, right? I don't poke your eye out, Brad, right? So this one is like a little purple with gold, and again, worn patina all over the pin part. This one's so pretty. This one's glass. This one I believe is Murano from everything I found online. And these hat pins, you guys, go each for $10 to $15. And then the little hat pin holder that they're in as a repro even goes for about 20. So this is about $100 right here. If you're a reseller, this is a hell of a deal. You could always resell the little pins individually. This one's iridescent and glass. I thought this one was really cool. Yes. Had never seen one quite like that before. Let's see. Oh, this one.
Instant collection.
Instant collection. This one was my favorite. It's a little turquoise glass bead set. And again, look at the patina on the pin. Definitely some wear on. So I feel like the hat pins may be older than the holder. I don't really know. But don't you, Karen Williams, you know a little bit about Royal Vienna, don't you? Doesn't that look like 60s repro versus 1920s?
And what's the height with the pins in it?
That is a good question. Let me measure it for you guys. So you can see the tallest pin is really this blue one, the red one, the green one, and the yellow one. And then all of these others, look at that one. That one's like a cloisonne almost. All the others are a little shorter. So with the holder and the pins, we are at 10.5 inches high. Width on the base of the holder is 4 inches. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Karen. Look at it. And you can tell it's definitely transfer wear, but it's still beautiful, right? Definitely like probably a 1960s repro. And this is the same sale that, all of that high-end stuff, the Fenton, the Steiff Bear, all of that came from. So I knew the pins were definitely good and wasn't so impressed with the holder, but
Right.
look at these pins. They're so pretty. Yeah.
Very ornate.
Yes, very ornate, beautiful. I just love how they all look together. And again, instead of piecing this out, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to sell it as I found it. And this is exactly how it was. They had the little pins taped in so you couldn't remove them. And I thought, this is really cool. So definitely a little Austrian knockoff, beautiful pin holder. And then the pins, I believe some are Murano, some have metal, some are like Bakelite and plastic and gold.
Well, and when I see this, what I think of is, going into that estate sale, looking at the counter or the dresser and seeing the hat pin holder and all those hat pins, that she collected those over years and years and,
Yes.
got them as gifts, that type of thing, and just saved them all together.
Well, and like my little glove box and some of my other little fancies that I've got coming tonight, same estate sale. Like just gorgeous. Karen says when they outlawed the long ones because women were stabbing men. Yeah, they were made in the early 1900s when you would wear a large hat and then you would be able to pin it into your hair. And they were a decorative but functional
Right.
piece to use on your hats when women wore lots of hats. So just really a fun piece. Thank you guys for your bids. I'm going to start the countdown. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. This is for the whole shebang.
The whole
Oh,
shebang.
yeah, this is about half of what it's worth if I piece these out. So, yeah. When they went out of fashion, gosh, I don't really know. I don't know. Karen, let me know. Karen probably knows. I see Robin got in there and Trina got in there. Robin at 65 coming to you. Wonderful deal. Congratulations. Instant collection. And thank you, ladies, all for your bids. Thank you so much.
So wonderful.
So good.
All right. So I have some Bohemian glass, and boy, I tell you what, this stuff is pretty hot right now. Started being really hot last year, and I was so glad to get this piece. Usually, when we find some of the cut glass pieces, it's either cut to clear or like cut to ruby. This is a cut to green and cased glass, so you can see the green tone inside. I would say it's not like a lime green; it's like a avocado green almost. And but yeah, this is a beautiful piece, Czech Bohemian cut to green glass, and you have the floral and the gold, all of the patterns, all hand painted on there. And this vase is about an $80 to $100 vase in great condition, no damage. You have the flat top with that thick, thick glass. No chips up here, which is awesome. Great for all your flowers. And what I love is you do have your little sticker right up here. So if you wanted to pull that off, you could, or just set it to the back.
That's beautiful.
So you can see the
Yes,
sticker.
I love that it does have the original sticker, though.
Yeah, and I haven't even read it because it's so hard to see.
Oh, I can't remember. I read it, and it said
Eschel Fluffle. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, it's difficult. Crystal, Cliff and Cloffer, something.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Cliff and Clockle. But
Cliff and
yeah, it's so beautiful. It's 8.25 inches tall. And on this size, that's a good price. You've got the gold going all the way around. None of it's rubbed off. There's just a little bit off the rim right here. So probably just got too busy cleaning or whatever. Great for your florals through the summer. And yeah, I just love those little green windows. And the process that it takes to do that little bevel and then the green glass on the inside, just stunning.
It is a beautiful piece. Yes, I love anything cut to clear and cut to green. How cool.
Right.
13 more thumbs up needed, guys. We're so close to 100 thumbs up. Throw them down if you have not already. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I love the colors. You've got the green, purples, you've got blues. reds, every kind of color you can think of is in there. So definitely go with most things that you have. So um, okay, let's put it to the side. I just wanted to show it one more time and what I was seeing with some of my stuff. I thought the birds looked really nice with that vase, kind of hanging out by the florals. And then if you were to put some florals coming out, it would just make such a nice little centerpiece. So 46, and if there's no interest, I'll set it to the side. Really nice large piece of bohemian glass.
Birds too. Yeah.
Nice. All right,
Little
thanks, guys.
bohemian, what's the clear? And babe, what era on that again?
60s.
60s.
Yep, 1960s.
Beautiful.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Okay. So I have some more Fenton, and these are stunning. And I'll be honest, I had a really hard time. Normally Fenton stuff, and I can identify and get years and eras right away. But these were a little tricky for me, honestly. So I am gonna start these at 28 for choice. And they are absolutely stunning. So, from everything I found, it said they were Fenton hand blown pink opaline. I have two. One is a little darker, one is a little lighter. But then I was asking Victoria about it because Victoria is a Fenton person. So I thought, who better to ask? And she said she thinks it's actually pre Fenton after talking to her daughter. And she said she looked in her Fenton catalog. And if it's Fenton Peach Crest, it would be produced between 40 and 69. But this is actually a ribbed opaline cased glass piece. So it could be 40s and older, basically. And Victoria said she talked to her daughter as well, who thinks it actually may be pre Fenton, which I thought was kind of crazy. You can see on the bottom too, we have kind of a rough pontal. Definitely looks older to me. And then look at the absolutely gorgeous ribbing all the way around. And at first I thought, oh, these are little melon vases because,
Right.
I've seen melon vases that were made like 40s, 50s, 60s, not a melon vase. And you can see where all of this fantastic striation and ribbing came into place and was stretched into the top as they blew the glass, and then they crimped each little edge with the white cased glass inside. It's gorgeous. These are absolutely beautiful. And you know why I bought them? Because they're pink and they're striped. I know, our Vuvu. I could not let go the pink. They're not cranberry. They are not rose. They are true pink. So they may be pre-Fenton. They may be 40s Fenton. They are not marked. And I think they're worth, if what we think they are, they're probably worth quite a bit more than what I'm asking.
Right.
So beautiful pieces. I have two of them, FYI. You can see this one is slightly lighter. Okay. So it's been pulled a little thinner right through here, just a little bit lighter. And this one is just a little bit darker. But I thought because they were both slightly different too, God, these are so good. Yes, this color is trending right now. We love pink all through spring and summer. Tulips would be gorgeous in this, daffodils, whatever you got blooming.
Right.
Whether it's your, peonies or ranuncula, cut the stems short and make yourself a beautiful little vintage flower design. So these could be possibly antique. We're not sure. But good gravy, aren't they pretty? And we believe that they're Fenton, but they also could be pre-Fenton. And that's coming from Fenton experts. So just beautiful. Size-wise, let me tell you what you're getting is at the tallest part, you're at 6 inches on both. And then width is going to be 4 inches at the base. So 6 inches tall, 4 inches wide. That wonderful white casing, and it is a pink opaline from everything I could find that is hand blown rib optic Fenton. So again, I think these are expensive little pieces, but I got them for a good deal. So I was happy to let them go for 28, especially because I could not really find them. They look online. You'll Google the image and it'll pull up a bunch of melon vases, but it's very hard to find this little design. FYI, they do not glow as well. Someone asked earlier, they don't glow. So, that's right, wordsmith. When pieces don't match, it's a powerful reminder you're looking at a handcrafted art glass piece.
So
Amen.
true. So true.
Absolutely. So, Trina, thank you so much for being in at 28, sweetie. I appreciate you. If anybody else wants to get in, I have two. So, and Karen says, remember Fenton outsourced the years they were having money trouble. Karen, do you remember what years those were by chance? Because I have heard that, but I'm not sure what era that even refers to either. So I'm going to start a countdown, friends. If anybody else wants to grab one of these, they are absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to call this one light pink and we'll call this one dark pink. Okay. That's how we'll differentiate. So here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end.
I'm really feeling those dogs getting us up 2 nights in a row.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The dogs are on some weird sleep schedule right now and they're getting up like 3 times a night.
Killing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
grab,
you too.
grab some cold brew, baby. All right. So
Got it.
yeah, let me know, love. Do you want, we're going to call this one darker pink and lighter. You're going to take both. Congratulations, Trina. Thank you so much. They're stunning. And you can keep one and give them a gift even.
Oh,
Right?
that's a good idea.
So good. So good. Thank you, love.
Well, I've got a couple of Fenton pieces here myself. These were also from that estate sale. Just an amazing Fenton glass collector. And I thought these paired nicely as a choice,
Oh,
not
yeah.
only because of the colors, but just the unique design. So this is the Fenton Spanish lace rose bowl. And what's cool about this is when I looked online, looked at the Fenton catalog, the 1955 was when this was put out, and then 1956 they discontinued it. And the reason is because that turquoise blue they only produced for about a year. They did still keep doing the Spanish lace in a couple of other colors, but this color only lasted for about a year with Fenton. So that really beautiful, you can see that like Spanish revival style with the lace. There's a little bit of glow, nothing to talk about, but obviously you don't really need it with this beautiful blue color. Yeah, Christmas display, that would be epic. You've got the nice design going on, that Spanish lace. And then, of course, 1970, somewhere in there, the iconic blue satin Fenton long tail bird. He is about 6.5 inches long. Last week, I missed out on the 2 birds that I was going after, but this week I was able to find one without fighting for it. So was happy to get him. He's about 6.5 inches long. But just a beautiful figural piece, and it's that satin glass, so you don't need to worry about clarity or anything. You've got kind of a swirl going on, blues and whites, and then
Mhm.
that Spanish lace bowl, rose bowl, that goes for a pretty penny.
That is stunning, and we scouted that out before we went to that estate sale. I was like, "If we can pick up that bowl, let's try to get it. It's
Oh yeah,
beautiful."
yeah. This one in this color they only made for a year in 1955. So yeah, it's a very sought after piece, and it goes up there. And of course, that bird. Anybody that has their Fenton, you need to have at least one of their birds for sure.
Oh, the birds are beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah, really pretty pieces, and I do think that they go nicely together. I'm going to show you another little Rose Bowl style. It's a little bit more roughly, but
Ooh,
just to show you the 2 different styles that Fenton
mhm,
did. They did multiple styles, but it's just such a unique piece. It has more of a modern look to it, even though it was from the 50s.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow. Victoria said she has a student lamp, the same blue custard. It is
uh,
so pretty, and I think these 2 pieces actually look they complement each other really nicely.
yeah,
Yeah.
they really do. They really do. And no damage to them at all. So, straight from a collector to us, and then straight out to whoever wants to collect them. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I love
yeah,
that. Well, it's nice to be able to find these stunning pieces at home with people that appreciate them, that collect them, that
yes.
enjoy them. Yeah, we both thought these 2 were just really beautiful together.
Yes, totally agree. All right,
I
thank you guys
see.
for your bids. I see Trina, Susan Lee, and Robin. Let's go ahead and count down. 4 inch tall on the Spanish lace, and then 6.5 inch long on the bird. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Trina's in at 33. And if you're in for the choice, even if you're third or fourth, stick around. You might get a chance. And we're going to claim by bird or bull.
Awesome. Just looking for that bid in. There it is from Lisa Girl. And it looks like Trina got in there at 33. So Trina, you have first choice doll.
Okay.
And then Susan Lee is right behind Trina. And then behind Susan Lee is Robin Watson at 30. So thank you, ladies, for all of your bids. Congrats.
And Trina, I don't blame you taking both. I think they're amazing together.
They really are. Absolutely gorgeous pieces.
Yes,
okay. I'm going to bring something immensely heavy and completely out of the norm, but that's why I do what I do, right?
Right.
Okay. So, first things first, this weighs about 8 pounds. Okay. So just know that going into it. Of course, we use Pirate Ship, the cheapest shipping out there. This, I thought she was beautiful and I couldn't pass her by. I'm starting her at 40. And this is a piece that was done in 1974. It is clay, and it is, of course, figural. So you see we have the bust of what I would assume is a woman. It could be a man, but I think it is a woman. And I started noticing the hair. Okay. I want you to really get in here and look at the hair. That was what struck me. This is not just some thrown together figural bust. This is actually styled after a Parisian artist, and the name is Nakora Canoe. And what's crazy is I found a signature 1974 with an N on the bottom. Is it Nakora Canoe? I doubt it. It's probably not. But you definitely can tell, and I'll type her name in the chat here in just a second so you can see some of her work. This looks just like her stuff. So let me get you in. You can see that the eyebrows are beautifully hand textured, as well as the pupils in the eyes. And I feel like someone probably was going off of a photo for a likeness, I'm guessing. And I thought that, look at the side view. I thought the side view especially was stunning. I love her from the side. I love her molded hair. This is all sculpted from heavy clay. I'm going to show you the markings on the bottom here. Oof. Okay, right there. There's the N, and then it says 7/74. So I'm guessing July of 74 is when she was. And I think that she is a one-of-a-kind piece. You will not find her again. It is hand sculpted. Someone spent a lot of time on this, hand formed the face. And again, I think the side profiles are pretty spectacular because I find the texture on the hair wonderful. And it's not broken, guys. The texture on the hair is not, it hasn't been beat up. It's literally wonderfully pinched clumps of clay that they texturized all together. Look at the back.
That's what I was going to say. You can probably, in that hair, you can just imagine seeing, like, the little fingerprints in there, whoever made this.
Yeah. And it's rough around the bottom. And again, you can tell it is a hand done piece, likely a hobbyist piece that was done in college to mimic the Nakora Canoe piece. And it's Nacorakainou. And if you go look at her work, I mean, this is par for the course. So, and those go for about $6,000, FYI. So,
whoa.
When I saw this, I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It's special. She's different. She's one of a kind. I love her hair. I have affectionately named her Iris. You can name her whatever you want. But I also think that she would be really cool inside or out. You could use her in a garden, plant beautiful things around her, put her up in like a pot, almost like a topiary. You could
Yeah.
do a lot with like vines hanging down. I can see lots of fabulous uses for her, or put her amongst your pottery and your glass. She is truly one of a kind.
Yeah,
So
she is.
no chips or anything, no real issues. Again, she weighs about 8 pounds, so she will come the cheapest shipping I've got to you. She could be Mrs. Roper. She could be a lot of people, honestly. That's what I thought too, Lazette, for the age since 1974, the fact that the hair isn't
Mhm.
all rough and chipped and beat up. It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
really cool. So if anybody's interested, $40. I think that it is a replica after a Parisian artist, from what I can tell. Done in 74, definitely vintage and really beautiful. So
Totally,
if you
Brian.
did 40 for you. What did Brian say?
I said it looks like a swimming cap.
No,
It
he
is
does.
swimming.
The ones with the flowers on them,
Yeah,
Brian. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it totally does.
totally.
She's beautiful. I love her. Different piece, one of a kind for sure. You will not find anybody else with her. And I like her facial features, and I think they did a beautiful job. So
Yeah.
if you're interested, $40 on my beautiful bust, one of a kind art piece, which I love. And if not, she might just stay here. So that would be
Well,
okay. I'm
yeah.
gonna put it on his head. I just gotta work out.
Oh, I bet. And I'm thinking, let's put some, just sprinkle some really good dirt into the hair and just put in some seeds and have some stuff growing out of the hair.
Wouldn't that be so cool? Yeah,
Yeah.
you could chia pet her hair.
You
You
pet her up.
could, but again, I think she would look amazing in a garden.
I agree.
Yeah, so
Well, we'll see what happens. It might just stay here.
well,
Um, a couple more Fenton pieces, and these are complement each other. But I thought that they were nice to bring, especially this one along with the Epern. So this also has that diamond lace opalescent, just like the Epern that I brought. It does have a glow to it. These are from the 50s, so nothing to write home about. Just it glows with the nice green, so you have some uranium in there. But yeah, you've got that beautiful ruffle top, and then the pedestal kind of reminds me of like an ice cream sundae type of container. Yeah. And yeah, you could definitely have some fun with that. Either eat out of it, eat your ice cream out of it, or just display it. But yeah, a really nice piece, no damage to it. And it's from 1952, the diamond lace. And
love
then
it.
this little guy, I always loved the little coin dot design that Fenton did in the different colors. So that's
Yes.
the coin dot with the opalescent, and you've got the ruffled top. This is from the 50s. I couldn't narrow it down to a single year, but it's like a rose bowl, but it has a bigger opening. So you could definitely use it as like a catch-all or a little vase for a plant. But yeah, I like the little windows you can see through. Hey, it's me. Um, and yeah, no stamps, so it's obviously older, but these are from the 50s.
I love it. Gorgeous. Yeah, and
Very,
they look really good together too.
they do. You've
Mhm.
got just that nice, some clear glass popping through with the opalescent, just a little nice little mixture together. This guy is 5.5 inches tall, and then 3.5 inches tall, and I'll just set them together so you can see them. So just $20 each, which is a great price for these Fenton pieces. Um, yeah, kind of
Those
show
are
'em off. Yeah,
beautiful.
how pretty
Yeah,
those are.
very pretty, and I like the, sizes, tall and short, but they both pick up that polka dot
Yeah.
pattern. Yeah, those are great together. 4
And then
thumbs up more, guys.
only
Almost.
4 left. Just
So
give us
close.
4 more thumbs up.
So
All
close,
right.
guys.
So $20 for 1950s beautiful glass by Fenton. If any interest, otherwise I will set it aside. And of course, I do still have my Epern that I'll be bringing at the end of the sale again. But look at
Oh,
all those together. It's like an instant collection.
and we did not get those in the same places. We
Nope.
pieced them together throughout the week. Isn't that crazy?
It just works. So thank you guys. I'll set these aside. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So this is such a wonderful, it goes along the lines of my little hat pin holder that I just showed. It's a wonderful little example of early 1900s goodness. First of all, how many of you know what this is? I know a bunch of you do. As you can tell, this is a lacquered top on the little wooden box, and the wooden box has dovetails. David, I'm starting this at 38, by the way.
Okay.
So we got 100. We got 100 thumbs up. That's awesome.
Thank you,
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, mods. Thank you, chat. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Love it. Yes, indeed, my friends. It is an early 1900s dovetail wooden glove box. And let me show you the best part. Inside,
Love it.
Oh my God, look at this. These are so precious. This is a pair of tatted lace children's gloves. Now, these gloves, guys, go for anywhere from like $18 to $30 a pair. They are absolutely precious. They have this little pinwheel design towards the top with like a little rosette. Just they're so good. Look how sweet they are. So you've got the little tiny children's size lace gloves. I could fit this like on a finger. They're teeny, teeny, tiny. And then also we have another little pair of pink gloves. And I think from what I can tell, these pink gloves may be just a little newer than the lace gloves, but they have a really pretty embroidery design at the top. And then they're just a really soft little pale pink. And they, of course, are both there, nice and clean and super sweet. They have the little V, so you can get them on easily. Again, I feel like you either need to have teeny tiny hands to sport these or they're children's. Yeah, if you have little bitty skinny tiny fingers, these will probably fit you. These, though, I feel like are just super itty bitty, right? But they're so precious. So you're going to get the little glove box with 2 pairs of precious gloves. One's lace, one is like a yummy pastel pink with a little embroidered top. And then you have the amazing roses in this groovy kind of lacquer wear that was par for the course in the 1900s. This was very popular. They had lots of Victorian designs on the lacquerware usually. So it would be like a Victorian lady scene or a floral scene. You could wear them with your tiara and pearls. That's exactly right, Karen Williams. But such a spectacular little instant collection too. If you like this whole style, which I do, look how ornate that pretty little latches as well. And then let me show you the hinges on the back. They're even slightly ornate. Look at that.
Nice hinges, yeah.
Yeah. Great hinges in good shape. You'll also notice on these older pieces with the dovetailing and so on, they're made with nails. And as David has told us all many times in different sales, anything when you see it made with those nails definitely is an older piece. The wood is nice and clean on the inside. You could line it if you felt so inclined. But I am including the 2 pairs of sweet little gloves with the glove box, the lace, and the pink. And we're going to start a countdown. Thank you, guys. Here we go. 15. We're at 42 with Risa and Robin Watson. I see you in there too, girly. So here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. And you're going to get the little lace gloves and the pinkies. I know they're so precious. They're just precious. I love them.
What a great display.
Yeah. Instant display would look great with your hat pin holders and so on. So good. Okay. Robin Watson for the win at 53. Thank you so much, you guys. And thank you, Risa, as well for all your bids. Congratulations, Robin. It's coming to you. So good. Thank you, guys.
Very cool. Love it. All right. I've got a couple of little pieces that I was super excited to find. When Sarah was saying when we got to Juntique, we got there before everybody was set up completely. And these were a couple of the finds that I was able to grab when at that point. I've got this really cool old bottle. And of course, Yeah, and we have its original tag on there, which that makes it worth something, and definitely you want to keep that in good condition. It's F&G Skeeter Scare for the mosquitoes, flies, and other insects. This is originally made in Kansas City, Missouri, by Faxon, I think.
Yeah.
Faxon Gallagher Drug Co. So that's what the F&G is.
How
And yeah,
funny.
Skeeter Scare. I mean, I had no idea that existed, but it did. There's only a little bit of pencil written on here that will definitely, it can be erased. I didn't. I'll leave that up to the buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, BM. But yeah, it's a great condition. Now the bottle doesn't glow, so I'd say it's. I can't date it completely, but I would probably say about 30s, somewhere in there. But we're definitely not buying Skeeter Scare anymore, so that's not a thing. So it's great to have that. Just put a little cork in there, and it would complete it. And then the other piece, anytime we grab these or find these, we grab them. The receipt spike. It's antique with that green base, nice ornate base. It made the last thing that Sarah showed, the glove box, made me think of these.
Yeah.
Just thinking of like the glove box sitting there and a receipt spike with calling cards on there. Like she's already gone through those guys. Now we're going to check on these. I'm going to wear a different set of gloves. But yeah, they're kind of cool together. Um, just fun to put
Skeeter.
into.
Skeeter Scarer. Skarer. That is a
Right?
hoot. And I
So
love old advertising pieces like that because I don't know. I would say this is more like 20s even.
you think so?
What do you think, Karen Williams, about Skeeter
Yeah,
Scarer? Has anybody ever seen or heard of Skeeter Scarer before? We
right.
had.
I hadn't, and Googling it was pretty interesting. But yeah, look at the bottom of the bottle. It says Illinois. So it was made in Illinois with a 505 on the bottom, I believe. So yeah, I couldn't age it for sure, but yeah, look at that Skeeter Scare. And then yeah, you got your little poker prodder. So $18 per choice. Great little pieces to add into your display. So yeah, everybody's saying they've not heard of Skeeter Scare.
We hadn't either. Yes, and that is right, Phil. Put magnets on that receipt spike used for your old postcards and
Yep,
ephemera. So great. Those are so versatile and handy to use for a lot of different things. Very collectible.
yep.
And we thought Skeeter Scare was absolutely a hoot for summertime. Even put
Right.
it, because it's blue and white, put it in your red, white, and blue display for the 4th of July. Because, if you live in those Midwestern states, you really want to scare those skeeters. Yeah.
Yes, you got to scare them away. Yeah, very, very cool piece. This is definitely totally took me back to Missouri just thinking about all those skeeters.
I love it.
But
Love
yeah,
it.
so this guy is about 5.5 inches tall, and the receipt spike is a little bit shorter, about 4.5.
Yeah.
So $18 each. And yeah, if you want to put a magnet there, you can do a lot of different things with these for sure.
Yeah. When
I
I grew up in Missouri, that was always what my mom and grandma said, skeeters.
Skeeters,
Skeeters
watch
will
out for
carry
them
you
skeeters.
across.
Yeah,
Yeah. Skeeters.
I learned that word from you.
Yeah.
Skeeters.
It's a Midwestern terminology. No lie.
Totally is. All
Yep.
right, I'm not seeing any interest. I'll set them aside. Thanks, guys.
Those are cool. I don't mind if we keep the skeeter scare. That's so
Right.
fun. So fun. All righty. Let me see. Okay, I have some cute choice, and this is some more fun kitschy. And I'm going to do these just 2 items for choice. And they're going to be $18 for choice. So first up, this is the cutest little thing. I was drawn to it, of course, because it's got a skunk on it, and I love skunky stuff. But then look at the little bunny coming up out of the stump. Is he not the cutest little guy? And I think the painting on the skunk is really good. You've got some little mushrooms over here hanging off the stump, and then some little flowers, and then some little leaves over here. So this is made, it's an animated music box by none other than Ode to Gary. No, back in the day when we were selling on Instagram, we always used to call Ode to Gary Ode to Gary. And it is made by the San Francisco Music Box Company, which is known for the actual really pretty tunes that come out of their music boxes. I believe, from what I can tell, this is 70s, late 70s, 80s. And I'm going to wind it up so you can see the little bunny turn around. It's so
Yes.
cute. That's right, Wildflower. Oh, Gary, you remember. Look at the bunny.
Is it a bunny or a mouse?
Kisses. I think it's a bunny. Well, maybe it is a mouse. What do you got? Okay, vote. Bunny or mouse, guys?
Bunny or mouse?
Bunny or mouse? And he just moves and he's so cute. Now, what's nice is if you're tired of this, you can turn it to off, and it does actually have an on and off. Okay, you think it's a
That's
mouse?
good.
It is a little mouse. I don't know. It's either a baby bunny or a little mouse, but good gravy. It's the cutest thing ever. So Bunny turns back and forth and kisses the skunk. What? I just loved it. I couldn't leave it behind. This also was at that high-end estate sale. And again, great piece. It is marked on the bottom. This would be a painted like porcelain, and it's just really cute. So one more time, I'm going to wind up our little bunny and let me turn this back on. Here he goes. And the song that it plays is called "Oh Little Playmate." Look at the kissing. Oh my goodness. It's just so cute, and I love the little mushroom.
Put
So
that with Bambi. Put that with Bambi.
oh, it's kind of Bambi if it's a bunny. Yeah. It's very, very cute. So nicely made. San Francisco Music Box Company. And that is going to be 18. Okay. Now, second choice I have for 18, so darling, are these little shakers. And they are a little Dutch couple sitting on a bench giving kisses. They're made in Japan. These date to the 50s. And I'll show you. They have the sitting bottoms. This one is missing a stopper. This one has its original. They are both marked Japan. And I know UNESCO did like a whole line of these little sitters back in the 50s, but these aren't marked UNESCO. So they're probably just a copycat brand or something close. But they do sweetly pucker up to each other. And you can see they're both holding little flowers. Isn't that sweet?
Right.
Here is their little bench that they sit on. Cutest thing. It's also marked on the bottom Japan. And yeah, they're darling. Date to the 50s, $18 for my little kissing children. And they are so cute. No chips or cracks or repairs. They are in great shape. And they are just really darling.
Yeah.
So fun. Risa, I see you in 18. Thank you so much. Mouse or monster? Okay. If it's a bunny, that is a giant skunk. True. When we are talking proportionality with how big the skunk is, you know what? I bet it is a mouse. So Skunky and Mousy giving kisses. And then we've got the darling little mushrooms on the side. So those are your choices, guys, for the little shaker couple that are our Dutch pair, kissy faces, or my little music box company, mouse and skunk. Thank you for helping me determine this was a mouse.
Yes, thank you guys.
So I see your bids, Susan Lee and Risa. Thank you, ladies, so much. Anybody else wants to come in? Now is the time because we're counting these down. Here we go. 15, 14, 13. Look, it's Amy and Alex. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're looking for the bid end. Oh, there's a video on YouTube of this music box says it's a mouse. Even better, Meredith. Cool. Hi, Miff. How are you? We missed you, girly. Good to see you.
Yeah.
All right. So there is the bid end. Risa, let me know if you want Skunky or Mousy, or if you would like the shaker couple. And then same question to Susan Lee. And I think, was there just the two?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Risa and Susan, let me know what you want to do, ladies. And thank you for your bids. Okay, Risa is taking my little Dutch kids. Super cute. And Susan, did you want my little mouse and skunk friends? Just let me know. All right. Thank you guys and congratulations. So cute.
Right on. Okay, so that really high-end antique estate sale that we went to, this is one piece that I did find there, and I just had to get it. I knew it was a souvenir, and it's a vintage souvenir, so it's older. It has its original sticker on the bottom, and I thought for those of you that love your Victorian stuff, you love your Italian pieces, this is just a wonderful piece. So it's considered like a souvenir figure. And so I'll show you this sticker on the bottom. Sculptor is R. Santini, classic figure, and this is of Pauline Bonaparte and as Venus Victress. Venus Victress. So
Oh,
she's all seductive, laying back, and you see we've got things right there. We'll hide the things. All right, and all the way around to the other side. It is made out of a resin, so a resin, but you can tell on the sticker it's a little bit older. Try to get in focus. So they, at one point, went on their trip, and this is one of their pieces they brought back. I thought it was definitely a nice piece to show off and possibly find a home for. Displays nicely with some Victorian pieces, obviously, but also just nice piece for maybe your where you do your makeup in your bathroom.
vanity.
Thank you, your vanity.
You're
And
welcome.
I don't use a vanity, so I forget once in a while.
No.
But yeah, it is a really nice piece, and it is stamped on the back as well. So on the back you have Santini right there, and then you've got the marking right there, and then you have, of course, the marking on the front of Bonaparte. So it measures right at 5.5 inches long, and they're really collectible, nice little pieces.
That's
If you find the larger ones, I was surprised when I was looking at some of the like 10, 12-inch
yeah.
long ones. They're going in the hundreds, of course, because they are the larger pieces. But most people could only come back with the smaller pieces. So just
Really
love.
cool. And they're a fun souvenir too. Love
They
these. Indeed. Yes, we don't want any of that. No, no.
No, you
So
don't want no. And yeah, nice piece. Figaro, you've got the arm going up next to the neck. Just really pretty. So $24 if interested. This way you don't have to go to Italy.
there you go. She's really cool. Yeah, I remember when I went to Italy, I brought a naked David from the Academia.
Yes.
For anybody that's been, and yeah, naked David. I still have somewhere in the attic. I should put him out because my husband's name is David, but this is different.
It makes me feel uncomfortable. So so yes, $24. If any interest, I'll put it to the side. Thank you guys. I know. Yeah, you should keep the David hidden.
You're so silly, David. Oh my god. Okay. More kitsch, more kitsch.
Rich.
So these are precious. Kind of went down a rabbit hole on them to find an era, and it was actually pretty interesting. So I'm asking $16 for choice. Oh, Victoria, hun, I hope you get feeling better. I'm so sorry you're not feeling great. Hugs. Yes, get some rest. So these are $16 for choice, and these are 1940s Lefton, and they are day of the week angels. So again, these are on the harder to find side because of their age, and they were manufactured during a time when we were just getting ready to go to war. So the Lefton always usually marked in size, stamped, foil tagged, something on these. These are the Lefton molds, but they are only marked Japan because they were done in late 40s, early 50s. So this little gal, absolutely gorgeous. This is Monday's Child. And you know the poem, Monday's Child is full of grace, Tuesday's Child is full of face, Wednesday's Child, something, whoa, Thursday's Child, far to go, Friday's Child, Saturday Child. You've heard the poem.
Yeah.
So that's what these are from. And I love that she's sitting on a moon. You can see she's got a little rosebud in her hand. And the eyes are iconic vintage Lefton before they really perfected the little eyes and so on the other angels. Yeah, it's kind of look like Marie Antoinette, doesn't it? But I love that all of everything on these is still there. No chips, no cracks. The wings are in good shape. And these are really collectible and cute. So what we found out is that prior to 1945, they, of course, would have been marked between 45 and 52 occupied Japan. And so these likely are prior to 1945. How crazy is that? I thought they were into the 50s. I told you wrong. They're not. They're actually prior to 45. So they're just marked with the little blue Japan tag. They were never marked with the manufacturer left in tag, but apparently that is the case with some of these older pieces. Find out something new every day. So we have Monday's Child first up, sitting on the moon in green, super cute. Then we have Tuesday's Child, and again, these are left in, very sweet little 1940s figurines. Tuesday's Child is in pink. She's got a little flower that she is holding, and she does have the little applied flowers on the head that are not broken. Crazy, right? And then look at the little gold flowers on her dress. Almost looks like a thumbprint pattern with the little flowers. So she is just absolutely darling. That is Tuesday's Child. All right. Then we have Wednesday's Child. And if you're not sure which day you were born on, you literally can just Google it. You know, I was born, let's say, you know, May 4th, 1952. It will pull up and tell you what day that was. So here's Wednesday's Child, and she has a little flower basket with the original rose and some cute little gold leaves around it. She has sweet little green eyes, and she is in beautiful shape. Again, these are early 1940s left in day of the week figurines, valuable and collectible, really pretty. And then the last one we have is Thursday's Child. And she is just gorgeous. She has another little flower. I think right there, there's a little bit of gold flake that's come off the rose, but she's not chipped or anything. And she has green eyes, cute little flowers on her head, and she's Thursday's Child. So these little figurines all are about the same size. They are right at 4.5 inches tall. And then their little bases that they're sitting on are about 2.5 inches wide. So just precious. Again, you've got the little Japan marks on the bottom. And these are very old 1940s left in day of the week angels. So super sweet. You can pick whichever day of the week that you want. And I'm going to start a countdown, friends. I see all your bids. Thank you. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And looking for a bid in. I'm Monday's Child. Any other Monday's children in here?
I'm a Saturday.
I know, Phil. I thought I was like, oh, they're so cute. And every once in a blue moon, I'll run into one of these older left-in figurines. And I'm always like, is it left-in? Is it not? And I'm like, yes, it is. All right. So there is my bid end. Risa, congratulations. Monday's Child is Farrah Face. That's what it was, Sarah Lee. I couldn't remember the poem verbatim, but I was close. Yeah. So Risa, let me know. Brad Saturday, Breeza Wednesday. Very cool. Risa, let me know which day. I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And they are all just so cute. Okay, Risa is taking Wednesday. That is this little one kind of sitting down with her flowers. So Risa has Wednesday. Then Susan Lee, let me know, honey, if you want Monday's Child on the moon. Or, okay, Laza was going for Wednesday. No worries, doll. Or we have Thursday's Child with her little flowers. And I love that they're the little collectible angels. These are so precious.
Yeah.
Okay, so Susan is taking Monday. So sweet on the moon. Thank you, Susan.
That was everyone.
Was that everybody? Okay. So if anybody wants Tuesday or Thursday, they are still available and they are just precious. So let me know if anybody's going for Tuesday or Thursday, 1940s left in girls. Okay. Wow. Thank you guys. Congrats. So, I'm going to write those down.
Yes, get those written. All right. I've got a piece of really nice, fiery, glowy glass. And what's amazing is this is imperial glass and the day glass. and it still has its original sticker on the back that actually describes the process and everything about making the end of day glass. So Kathy says she'll take Thursday. She likes
Okay,
Thursday.
Kathy. Thank
Very
you so
cool.
much, Kathy.
But it says most of the end of day glass cannot be controlled as to exact color or appearance. No two can ever be the same. And yada yada yada. Basically, what it's talking about is the glass pieces at the end of the day. Rather than wasting it, they would make that end of day glass.
Oh yeah.
So you would kind of be left with a piece that you don't know exactly what it's going to look like, and has multi colors all throughout. So this is a nice thick ashtray by Imperial Glass, and you have the amberina tones, so that nice fiery red into the yellow orange, and then there's some swoops, little swirls of white in there as well, like right in here, and then on top there's one right there. So that's like a little itty bitty bit of white glass in there, and that's intentional because it is end of day. So it glows like fire in the
Oh,
middle. Of course, I've got my light on, so it's not gonna show off, but it is like fire all the way through. And
yeah.
how perfect is that for an ashtray?
It
A
is
nice
so good. This is like, whoa,
it
yummy.
is
I
like
wanna eat it. Like, it's like a creamsicle Jolly Rancher satin melt.
yeah, yeah, it just and thick. Look how thick it is. It's as thick as like some of the Murano pieces, Blinko pieces, just a thick, thick ashtray.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't have to use it as an ashtray. Look at that design. Put jewelry in there, different things. Also great for Halloween. Put it in a
Mm,
light display.
yep.
But it measures 6.5 by 6.5. And yeah, this colorway on in the day glass goes up into the 50, 60 price range because it's a desired colorway, and because
Really.
it's glowing. Yes, I
I
found some
wonder
day
pick this
pieces.
up if it was, yeah, what the deal was. Good.
Yeah, and some of the colors of inday glass, darker colors have, you have the swirl, but it's just not the same effect. So yeah, great for your smudge stick, for your so just everything. Yeah, you could definitely burn incense in it as well, and there's no damage to it. So it's a nice matte, like soft satin finish with that glowy glass all the way through.
And the fact that it's got the original tag,
Explaining the glowy glass or the end of day glass and what it's all about.
that is so cool. Yeah,
Isn't
I
it?
love it.
I think this is one I would put in a plant stand or a plate stand, set it up, or a picture stand so where you can see the design itself. Kind of looks like
Mhm.
a cross.
It'd be
Uh,
good in blacklight display for sure. If you were a
yeah,
blacklight
for
person, this one glows like fire.
sure. Even through it, it's so thick, but you can see it glows straight through it. Yeah, it's just an awesome piece by Imperial Glass from the 70s. And if you have Amberina, I think it would pair nicely with your Amberina pieces for sure. But yeah, if you're a smoker as well, like if you do smoke something here and there, it's a nice big ashtray to enjoy. Easy to clean as well. So $38, really cool mid century modern piece. Oh, Phil, okay.
No,
Farewell. Sorry.
and Victoria are getting sick.
Yeah,
Girls, I
some
hope
rest.
everybody COVID round 47 is going around. So
Yeah,
everybody be safe. Oh, I hope
everybody
you're
be
okay, girls. Hugs. Yeah, get some rest.
yeah. All right. So I will put this to the side and yes, be getting feeling better and rest, rest, rest. All right. Thank you guys. I'll bring it back for the recap.
Such a good piece. Okay. This is fantastic. I love this. I got this in Florence, out at the street fair, and such a fantastic piece. This is going to start at 28, and it is a piece of Fig Joe flameware. So those of you that are familiar with Fig Joe Flint that I have sold over the years, it is a Norwegian designer, and they have some of the most fabulous mid-century pieces and designs. This particular pattern is called Tor Viking, and it is designed by Turi Gromstad Oliver. It is a stoneware piece, and you can see it's marked. Whoops, upside down. Here we go. Fig Joe Flameware. There you go. And anytime you see that little FF like that, It's either going to be Fig Joe, and then some people confuse Fitz and Floyd with Fig Joe, but you'll always be able to tell. If you ever have a question about an FF piece, ask me. So you've got the round kind of turret style little lid, and then I love that you have the mid-century holes in the handles. It's a functional piece. It is a little baking dish. It holds a quart. So it's great for like a little casserole or something. Totally functional and great. You can see, oh, drop the lid. Sorry. You can see on the bottom it is stoneware. And it is just super cool. It dates to the 70s. And I absolutely love the colors. You know, I'm here for those crazy cool mid-century colors and the really modern looking design. It's nice and deep too. So if you're making like a hot dip, oh, everybody loves a hot dip. If you're making a hot dip, this is such a good dish for it. Yeah, great color, really cool mod and funky design. And again, Fig Joe is fantastic. I own quite a bit of it myself. And all of their designs are really interesting. Some of the more figural designs look a lot like Bjorn Windblad, if you know that type of face and everything. So 28 is all I'm asking. That is less than what they're going for elsewhere. And it is such a great piece. There's no chips or cracks or anything. And again, the pattern name is Tor Viking.
Wow.
Such a good little piece for your kitchen, especially if you like these colors too, the greens and blues, kind of like David and I do. I just love this. Love this pattern. So if anybody's interested, $28 and this can be yours. And this is like a really nice kind of a slate dark blue, really soft, nice matte finish on these as well. And I love how perfectly circular the little top is too. So 28, if anybody's interested, we are going to go into the recap soon. I think we might have like one round left.
Something like that. One round. Yeah. All right. So this is my last round, and I've got three mugs, and they're made by Pendleton. So I'm going to show the bottom of one of them just so you can see. They all have the same marking on the bottom. Pendleton woolen mills since 1863. These were made in Thailand. That's just some sticker scuzz. These are the 18 ounce. Where did it go? Yeah, 18 ounce, 4.5 inch tall, large mugs. So you can see it's a nice big mug size by Pendleton with these really amazing designs. All of the designs of these are from Latoka tribe. And so this one right here is the Buffalo Nation circle. Both sides you have this nice design with the buffalo or bison going around, and then you can see the striping. They went very, kind of up and down, a little like imperfect. Kind of reminds me of some of the Pendleton blankets, like with that stripe. Hey Nettie, these are very collectible. They go up into the 20s, so they're all in great condition. I can't tell you for sure exactly when these were made. There's no website on them, and made in Thailand. I'm thinking 90s, but I couldn't find anywhere online for sure when they were made.
They're all over the place, and there are some new Pendleton mugs. These we felt like we're a little older.
Definitely. So we have this design here with the Buffalo Nation, and then this one here is the darker, like a brown, really cool look to it, and you've got the skull on each side, as well as a nice pattern coming down here and then on the bottom. Oh, cool. Susan says she wants the last item.
Absolutely, Susan. It's such a good one. Yes.
That's beautiful.
You got it. Thank you.
So you've got that nice native look to it. Nice and clean, large mug. And then this last one here is the Latoka way of life is what it's called. And you've got the native, I'm sorry, Lakota. Lakota. Oh, I wrote it down wrong. My bad.
That's okay. It's all right. I just thought if anybody knows the tribe, we want to make sure we dignify it right.
Thank you so much. So you've got the native hunting and you've got the bison on the other side. Really cool sketching. Just awesome native pieces, the design itself. So, and they're 18 ounce, 18 ounce, great for hot cocoa, for your coffee, all those things. But I like the way they look.
Yeah, those are awesome. And if you look online, these Pendleton mugs are going for about 25 each. So it's a good price.
It's a good price, and I think they look nice if you display with them or have them at your coffee bar. Very cool look to them, and I like the size. It's a nice size if you don't want to go fill up your coffee every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at those colors together, just really pretty. And Pendleton, very high end and very classy, well known pieces. So
It's a great one
$16.
out of Oregon, and they did do a lot of their blanket design and so on from native designs. Yeah.
Yes, yes. All right, so I will set these aside. Thank you guys so much.
Okay. Last round for me, I think. Is that right, babe? Is that
Yep.
what you, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is so sweet. I'm starting it at 24. Again, came from the higher end estate sale. I don't know if you guys saw, I think I posted it either in our Facebook group or on Insta somewhere on my socials, that we had to wear booties to get into the estate sale. And then, we always joke anytime you got to pull out the plastic booty so we can walk on the carpet, there's good stuff in there.
Right.
So called it the booty estate sale. And this little purse was inside. Again, it was with the glove box and the hat pin holder, same estate sale. And this is a gorgeous little petite point tapestry purse. Petite point is basically like teeny tiny microscopic needlepoint. It'll take your eyes out. Could you imagine trying to do this? Like I'm already
Right.
like vocal wise, there's no way I would be able to do this. And it is so sweetly made. It has its original little gold handle. You can tell it's definitely taken on an aged patina over the years. Then you have a little ball clasp. Open it up. This is how it was. This is how I found it. It's stuffed with some stuff. Everything that I found, this may be German. We're not for sure. Usually these were a wool blend. This one, I honestly can't tell, to be honest with you, if it's wool or not. I'm not sure. But I love too that they took the time. Even look at the little border that goes all the way around it. They took the time to stitch every single bit of this little purse. It's just precious. Again, great shape. Everything I could find probably dates the 40s, 50s. Not exactly sure. There's no brand in it, so I couldn't tell, but it's probably because it's homemade. So 7 inches wide. To the top of the clasp, it is 5.5 inches tall. And with the little drop all the way, we are right at like 9 3/4. Okay. So just a darling one. And yes, sometimes I come across these and they're just really ratted out and in bad condition. But this one was so sweetly made. And it's such a beautiful design with the little scroll work through it and then all of those flowers. And again, I just thought it looked so good with the little glove box and the hat pin holder. So
Yeah.
anyhow, very sweet little petite point purse. I'm going to start a countdown. Thank you, ladies, for your bids. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. Thank you, Kathy, Laza, and Robin for your bids. Thank you. Thank you. And then after this, we're going to go into our recap. So stick around. If you missed anything earlier, we're going to recap the things that didn't sell. All right. Robin Watson took it at the end at 31. Congratulations. And thanks for the bids, everyone. Thank you, Robin.
All right. All right, let's do a recap. So I do have quite a few things to show. And on the recap, we're going to tell you the price and what we would like you to enter in the comments if you're claiming it. So if I'm showing a bird, like a bluebird 15, just put it in the comments and it'll be yours. So it's super simple. And if you're watching on the replay, and if you see something that's not claimed, you can always email us at ttbsarahc@gmail.com, and we can always get that for you. So let's see, what do I want to start with? Well, let's just start at the top. I'm putting my sheets in order. We'll just go down the line. So
All right.
first off, beautiful Epern by Fenton. It's in the diamond lace French opalescence. It's the single horn, excellent condition, no damage at all. And I was asking 89 for that, and it's 11 inches tall. So just put in Epern or Fenton Epern 89, and it'll be all yours. It's about 11 and a half inch tall. I'll set that to the side, and then I have these two Fenton pieces. This little guy is a coin dot ruffle bowl from the 50s by Fenton, and that is $20. And then I also had the diamond lace in the ruffle top piece by Fenton, and that is also $20. So just put in $20 ruffle vase or $20 coin dot, and I'll know
Nice.
what you're talking about. Oh, let's see what else. Oh, this in the day imperial ashtray
That is so
was,
good.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
$39. A beautiful piece, 6x6. Glows like the Dickens, and it does have its original little sticker on the bottom. So just put down ashtray 39, and
So
then I'll set that over here so I don't get confused. I have quite a few.
got
Thank
20 for Nettie. Gotcha, Nettie. Thank you so much, love. That is
you.
coming to you.
Thank you. And then I had these Royal Copley birds. I have 3 of them available. They all have their little stickers, and those were $15 each. $15 each. Just put in
Mark,
bird 15, and then you can pick the one you want by the colors. So they're 15 each.
from left to right, it's Lark, and then Finch, and then Robin.
Yeah. Wow.
Lark,
Good.
Finch, Robin.
Perfect. Thank you. And then I also do have some more birds. These are Swedish birds that are all coming together.
Robin's gonna take the birds. Okay, we have 2 people for all the birds. So I tell you what, ladies, let's just do a quickie pie 10-second countdown.
Okay.
And the birds were how much, babe? 15?
15 each, and I'll just count them down from 10.
Okay,
10.
and if nobody else comes in, Robin will take them. Because she was the first person that said birds times 3, and then Susan Lee, you were right behind her. So we are at, what'd you say, 15?
We're
Looking
at
for
15.
16. There we go.
15 each. Okay. There. Thank you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
And they all have their stickers, which is
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, you don't see those Royal Copley stickers on ceramics very often.
No, you don't.
They took them off, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Susan Lee's in.
46 for all of them. And Robin, you're 51, babe, came right after the bid end.
So
Right after.
Susan Lee.
Susan Lee, congratulations, sweetheart. You got them. They're coming to you. And thank you girls both for the bids. Thank you so much.
Thank you both for the bids. And just wait, we have more birds. So this set of birds, they're Swedish bluebirds, really beautiful glass, and this one is signed by the artist. Let me find, these are all actually coming together, and they're coming together for 52. 52 is what I had them priced. Signed, every time upside down, signed by Ronby, Ronneby for Sweden, and it's marked F172, and then there's the initials there. So you get the large bird, and then you get the 2 little birds that came with it or purchased to have a little family, and these have the sticker for Mantrop Glass Company if it'll pop in. It's just not wanting to.
Give it a second. Yeah.
Come on.
Hold on. There it is.
Well, anyways, there's a sticker there. So I don't know what's wrong with my camera. So they're all coming together, Swedish pieces with signature, no damage, and with the original stickers for 52. So all 3 come together for 52. Just put in Bluebirds 52.
Swedish birds, bluebirds, yes, whatever you want.
Yes, whatever you want to do. And thank you guys. I think I have a couple more. Yes, we had for $18 our Skeeter Scare
This is so good.
by F&G, really cool bottle. If it's not antique, it's close to antique, but you have all of the advertisements still there. Made in Kansas City, Missouri. Just put in bottle 18. And then I also had this receipt spike for 18 as well. So you can just put that in 18 receipt spike. And oh, this little lady. Oh no, this guy. I had this Bohemian cut to green glass vase. Really beautiful case glass. You've got the green on the outside that also appears through the windows. And that is, I can't remember where I had that at. Looking, I had that at 38.
38. Okay.
38. Yep. So 38 on that, and just put in their Bohemian or floral vase. 30.
And it has its original sticker as well.
Yes, it has its original sticker right here, and from the 60s, checked glass, really beautiful condition. And it measures right at 8 inches tall. So just put in that glass, 38. And then I had the Pendleton mugs for 16 each. So if anybody was interested, 16 each. We have the skull, the bull skull, we have the tribe going after the buffalo, and then we have the buffalo circle. And those are all 16 each. Just put in mug 16.
And they're Pendleton and marked on the bottom.
Yep. Pendleton. Thank you guys.
All right. So if you're watching this on the replay, email us if you were interested in anything David just showed or I'm about to show. Okay. So first up for me, this little precious kitty planter. And Kitty has the bangs that are glazed, and then the rest of Kitty is matte, kind of like a mottled brown. Really nice size planter on the back, made by Ardco, fine quality Dallas, made in Japan, and numbered. Absolutely adorable. So if you are interested, just put in Kitty 20 for the planter, and it is yours. No chips or cracks or issues. Okay. So Kitty 20. And then I had my little Otagiri for the San Francisco Music Box Company. And it is a wind-up mouse we figured out with skunk. And the little mouse moves, and then he kisses the skunk. And they are playing Oh Little Playmate is the song. It is in great shape. There's no issues with it at all. Got little mushrooms here on the side, and we are all marked here on the bottom. So if you're interested in the little Otagiri music box, put in 18 skunk, and I'll know what you mean. Okay. 18 skunk and mouse. God, it's so cute. Okay, let me turn it off. I love that too, because you can actually turn these off.
Yeah.
And then, oh, I had my big Stife bear, and big Stife bear is in the box, new old stock, limited edition, which is why you see the white tag with the black writing. 1984 limited edition, 125. Normally this goes for $2 to $225. So it's about $100 cheaper than you're going to find it elsewhere. And put in 125 Stife, and you will get this. And I do have the original clear plastic that goes over too, if you like your original packaging. And you get the little baby bear that is in, look, there's even Stife marked. See the little bear in the middle on the cradle? You've got the little Stife bear. Precious, these limited edition pieces with the white tag are worth more. So 125 Stife if you are interested in the little bear and the baby. And the bear is a 1906 replica of the first bear that Stife made, but they redid it in 1984. And then I had my bust of Iris. I absolutely love this. I will do it for 32 if anybody's interested. I had it at 40. I will do it for 32. She weighs about 8 pounds. She's signed 1974 on the bottom. I love her hair. It's reminiscent of a French sculptor named Nicora Canoe. And I named her Iris. So put in Iris 32 if you are interested in my beautiful bust sculpture lady. And size wise too, if you remember, like wondering how tall she is for your garden or where you might want to put her, I think I forgot to tell you earlier, she is 11 1/4 inches tall. Okay. So let me know if anybody's interested in her. And gosh, let's see. I think, yeah, that's everything for me. All right. Cool. Thank you guys so much. We have had such a fun time with you all tonight. I told you it'd been a really good week out picking, and holy cow, it just was. It was so good. So again, if you're watching on the replay and you want to claim something, email us first here at ttbsarahc@gmail.com before we put these items on eBay that didn't sell. Okay. So if you are interested in coming Wednesday night, we will be here back on our channel, probably quick claims and auctions. I'm not for sure. We have some really cool high-end stuff coming again from these same estate sales. So definitely tune in on Wednesday night. We will be back at our regular time. And as always, really, it takes a village to kind of do what we do. We could not do this without our mod squad. So thank you, Lisa, for bid ending, and Holly and Amy and Phil and Victoria. I appreciate your help. And I know Phil and Victoria are feeling kind of punky. So I hope they're feeling okay. And ladies, thank you for being a part of our mod squad and helping us every week. We really appreciate you guys.
Oh, appreciate it.
Watchers and buyers, thank you for supporting small business. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out and subscribe if you haven't. It is totally free. And we will be invoicing for tonight's sale tomorrow, and that will combine with anything that you purchased on Wednesday night. So Laza says, yay, I'm off this week. That is awesome. Enjoy your week off. Have a great vacation, Laza. Good night, Renee. Good night. Yes, good night, Brad. So definitely if you're taking a vacation, have a good time. Go do something. So enjoy your time off. And yeah, we will see you back on Wednesday evening for another Coleman Collective. We have some high-end, fun, unique items coming for Wednesday too. So definitely excited to show you what we have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And remember, everything will be combined for a shipping savings between David's stuff and my stuff. And those invoices will go out tomorrow. There were a handful of people this last week that waited like 4 or 5 days to pay. If you guys can pay in 24 hours, that would really, really be much appreciated. So just a quick reminder on that.
Yes.
And David is the shipping maniac, and we'll get everything shipped out to you once you're paid.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yes. Anything else, honey?
No. We'll miss Wednesday. Oh, Nettie's going to Disneyland. Okay.
Blast. Hug me.
Cool.
Yep. Have a wonderful time. Disneyland is awesome, and California's weather's so nice. So enjoy. Super.
Enjoy.
Yes. And Laza says, cleaning out some things to make room for more. Oh my gosh, we do that all the time.
We're constantly doing that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys again for such a wonderful sale, such a fun night. And until next time, peace, love, and vintage. And we will catch up with you in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined, it is in the link. The link's in the description of this video. You can head over to our Facebook group and join. It's a lot of fun. We also have an eBay store. So if you've never seen our eBay store, the link is in the description of the video. Check that out. We've got some new stuff over there, and we'll get you fixed up. Yes, the shelves were Wednesday, Terry. We invoice every Monday. So anything you got tonight plus your shelves, we'll invoice tomorrow. No worries. Thank you guys. Thanks, you. Guys. All right, you guys have a blast of what's left of your weekend and into the rest of your week, and we'll see you Wednesday. Good night.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.